the Feywild. Not only are they in the Feywild, a number of days have passed which they seem to have either forgotten or to have been whisked through space and time within the Feywild. It's unclear. And the time that has passed outside of the Feywild is even less clear. As everyone here knows, this whole place has a very timey-wimey effect as it radiates out to the other planes. As they've been here, they have been tasked with finding a missing Archfey, the Archfey known as Zybilna, the daughter of the queen of the summer court, Titania, and they are seeking to find this Archfey at the direction or the suggestion of another Archfey named Dimitri, who has been assisting them on their quest to, well, bring the mote of shadow back to the city of Brass to stop the shadow scourge going on there so that they could perhaps be brought back to the material plane where they hope to stop the arcane storm which is wreaking havoc on the forgotten realms land of the Sword Coast.
All right. Dimitri's from Central.
Layers within layers.
I mean, yes, Dimitri is an Archfey that has various names and manifestations across different planes.
And you made out with him.
Hashim calls him Loverboy. That's one of his names.
All right.
Speaking in tongues.
We had the party travel to the Goblin Market, where they then, after dealing with an incursion by the Frost Elves, the Court of Winter, were directed to the Witchlight Carnival, where they were to seek out an audience with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, who they were told could give them direction to Zybilna's last known location. After putting on an audition for the carnival, which was interviewing new acts, the party
Go back and watch it.
decided to imitate life as art in their own quest to find Zybilna, which certainly, with some ridiculous acting by the cast, who, if you think that we have any shame, just go and watch that episode and you'll know that we have none. And some very high rolls to allow for the impact of the acting to take its gravity and weight upon Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. The party was invited to a private audience, and they quickly learned that both Mr. Witch and Mr. Light could not directly talk about Zybilna. It was apparent to Anthony, the resident wizard and arcanist of the group, that there was some sort of magical interdiction at play with their speech, and they were unable to directly answer questions or make statements that would give any sort of factual information about Zybilna or her whereabouts. Through some clever wordplay and some perception and insight into the answers that were given, the party determined that they needed to travel to the Hall of Mirrors. And there they would find the answers that they sought. And so, after the successful audition, by the way, the party was welcomed back any time to put on any further performance of the thespian variety.
We have a backup plan.
They have a backup plan. The party leaves the big top, which is where this central audition was going on, and you travel back out into the grounds of the Witchlight Carnival. As explained last week, most all of the exhibits and the attractions are essentially shut down and either undergoing repairs and maintenance or enhancement for future shows. You all can roll history on your understanding of the Witchlight Carnival if you care to.
Crit fail.
History?
Pretty good. 17. 25.
Anyone else above 15?
24.
17.
Okay. So, Ray, you heard tell of the Witchlight Carnival back home. It was one of the stories that was told in your tribe because there was a old fighter from your tribe who actually participated in some sort of contest, some sort of feat of strength or competition. The story changes with who tells it, but it was said, an old, powerful brawler who used to participate in the Witchlight Carnival. However, part of the reason why it is a changing recollection or a changing story is because that was several decades in the past. With the 24 and the 25, you both, while never attending the Witchlight Carnival, know that it has stopped at the City of Brass before, while you both were there. And it
You okay?
it put on shows. It put on shows at. You just broke my couch.
Well, you know it was already broken.
It was already broken. But seriously, you broke it. The back literally just fell off. Wow. All right, I guess I gotta buy that too.
Can you add it to
Miscellaneous.
miscellaneous?
Office supplies.
Audio levels are a bit low, but workable. All right, thank you, Diamond. We're addressing. That's why he broke the couch, to get to the audio.
Deploy the SWAT team.
One of his
So
tech.
concerned
That's right.
for furniture.
So you are aware that the Witchlight Carnival is not a stationary show. It actually travels around the plains. And it puts on exhibitions for a time in various planes, and then we'll move on. And it will audition new acts. It will add different acts from different planes. And it is known throughout the plains as a gathering place for entertainment and to experience the flavor of the plains. And while never having visited, you are aware of this reputation. And it tries, its goal is every 6 years, by the material planes reckoning, to do a loop, so to speak. And so that is what you know about the Witchlight Carnival. Its home plane, so to speak, is the Feywild. And this is where it comes to do its, well, exactly what it's doing now. Repairs, refinement, enhancement, etc. Before it starts off on another cycle.
Do we know anything about how it travels?
No, that's what you know.
We should have asked them what year it was.
Also, are they going to the
Material plane.
material plane next? We could just hitch a ride.
That'd be nice.
I go with my 24. I don't know how
We
it
can just
travels.
keep our residency
not.
here
Okay.
and continue our act.
Bang.
Should have
You're
asked
saving the
what
world.
year
Let's
it
make
was.
money.
Change of plans? Let's be thespians
Right.
for a while?
Yeah.
I do
Just
think
hitch a ride.
This is like our gap year.
if the storm got solved
I mean, we
and
could
then
just
we came back,
switch over to the next.
All right. Any other conversations you wish to have, or information that you wish to glean?
Before we go in, I can cast a little, like almost like an eyeball or ears inside the Hall of Illusions to either see or hear what's going on.
That
Okay.
sounds very confusing.
So I can stand where I'm standing, and then I cast a little orb, and it's inside the Hall of Illusions, and I can either see or I can hear what's inside.
Okay.
So remember, what was his name? Charles Midnight, the ticket taker.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was
Charles
Nicholas.
Charles was the one that died.
Nicholas.
yes,
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Sorry, Nicholas, yeah.
Nicholas said, "Don't trust anything." Well, actually, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light said, "Don't trust anything you see in there."
So here?
But I would say it's one of those that could be a wasted spell.
Okay.
Let's just assume everything in there is effed up.
Okay.
Plus, if you've
The
never
company.
been in a hall of mirrors or illusions, seeing things is
Things are weird.
probably not the best conveyor of true information. So.
Right.
Okay.
So again, everything messed up.
So we're just gonna
Waltz right in there,
With your eyes
like we
closed.
own the place.
Alright.
Cacophony, do you know the spell Moonbeam?
A moonbeam.
Moonbeam!
I do.
Oh yeah, those spells are probably going to do a lot of the damage.
That's right.
I brought some rocks, just in case.
Are they glowing rocks?
No, but you know, people in glass houses saying.
Well, we might need to break mirrors.
That's what I'm getting at.
Alright.
So are we sneaking in, or are we
I don't
heading
I
in
don't think we
blindly?
have to. It's a closed down part of the. I think let's just go in.
Okay.
Like I don't know what to expect.
Maybe check for traps?
I don't know.
So which and Light think we got some information in here we can get that they can't directly tell us, yeah?
I think something is keeping them from giving us that information, and it's in here.
Let's do it.
And Zabilma might be held hostage in here too.
Possibly.
By witches. We're pretty sure they're witches.
You know.
Or hags.
I would be surprised if she was here.
Could
Would
be a
any of
portal
the-
or something. I don't know.
Would any of the spellcasters in the party be able to make any like swooping
Generalizations.
about witches or hags?
Or spell magic on the whole
Roll
thing.
history.
Sweeping what?
Stereotyping or generalizations.
Like magical Hall of Mirrors always have
All
this.
they
Never
need
have
is
that.
What was everyone I
sweeping
forgot?
generalizations
History?
and stereotypes.
Is it history?
17.
17.
You are aware of the very strong negative connotations of hags and witches. However, you also know that that's a generalization. And that, as with most things, there are outliers. And you're long enough in the tooth and you've seen enough stuff
You're old.
to recognize that, especially in the Feywild, things aren't always what they seem. However, you also know that that negative connotation is there for a reason, and you certainly would never trust a hag, even if it didn't have overtly evil intentions.
Yeah, I mean, you saw what a pixie did to me by taking my words completely out of context and not even listening to what I said.
Although I
She
did
actually
meet, or one of my friends' friends met a rehabilitated hag.
What?
One of my friends' friends met a rehabilitated hag.
That doesn't exist.
No, I met them.
No.
Well, I know my friend's friends.
Hags are terrible people.
No,
There's
I'm.
no way one was rehabilitated. If
One was
if one was
rehabilitated.
rehabilitated, then I'm a warlock.
Oh, okay.
Well, we have experienced, Ray and myself,
Yeah, you were there,
evilness
weren't you?
of hags, and also the seemingly different path of another hag, but we're not quite sure of that one's intent, but it doesn't seem as overtly evil, so we're just really not sure.
But one of them did kill Jack.
That
pretty
could have been a
sure.
good thing or a bad thing.
No, it was a bad thing. He was an innocent. A really cute innocent.
Okay.
So I'll go in first? Does anyone want to check for traps?
Yeah, sure.
I thought that's why you go in first.
I will
I will
guide
I will investigate. Is that what it is? Perceive?
What are you perceiving?
Checking the door for traps.
You approach the Hall of Illusions?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception.
Oh, guys, you.
You gave me guidance,
Yeah.
so that gives me advantage.
D4.
I think D4. Shouldn't have asked
Although
that,
you
just done it.
I'm not gonna waste it on that.
This Hall of Illusions, so we visually check for traps.
12.
12.
Looks good to me.
Alright, so as you approach,
Feel comfortable.
this is what you see. You see a large tent, not unlike the big top, the pig top.
Oink, oink.
It's a barbecue place. Paid for a barbecue place.
A large tent is, and it's painted with all kinds of different murals that are shifting. So think kind of like those reflecty pictures that kind of go back and forth.
Like depending on where you move your
Yeah,
head.
like what angle you're looking at, it kind of shifts back and forth.
Oh, sound on. What did you touch? That's the ticket.
I changed it, but now it looks like it's only coming in on one side. I don't know how to.
It's only coming in on one side.
That's what they're saying?
No,
No.
I'm repeating. Levels
Only
are a
have
bit
au-
hot
Only have
now.
audio and left.
Only have audio on the left. Okay, so it is one side. Whatever chord you to check. I think you mean touched.
Kellyanne's just giving auditory illusions
Machine
to the
hot.
party.
Everyone's going to be hot because he has the levels
He has
up
everyone as
super
high as
I
as
can
we
turn it
be.
down if you want to stay over there.
Everybody whisper.
Just what I would do is I'd turn it down and score it. But I don't know why.
Oh, thank you,
everyone's-
Rangers.
Everyone's hot. Celine is especially hot.
Who's that?
I'll take that and cheer.
Settle down. Yeah.
Cacophony also hot. Go ahead. Let's
She hasn't said
listen. Ray is 12, but she's still hot too.
I bet
get
if we
it.
could see, I bet if we could see Hasheen's underwear, we'd say he would be hot.
What underwear?
Ray is hot.
That's what I mean.
Ray is hot.
Alright.
I just want to make note of the fact that none of the characters of the male actors have been called.
Whoa,
hot.
Yeah, that's
Hasheen
messed
hot.
up.
Screw you, buddy.
That sounds like a you problem,
If
Matt.
Dimitri was online, he would say,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool now, Manny.
Emmanuel. God with us.
it's still only one side.
That'd be a great name for a Warforged.
What?
Eve Manuel.
Manual.
Hey, City. And Zentilius, thank you both for the resubs.
Yep.
Appreciate
Oh my
you
Thank
guys.
you guys.
Imagine a Warforged with like a Chinglish packet of instructions that has like 6
All right,
different translated.
I'm gonna continue
Yes.
with the descriptions.
Let's-
Hopefully
let's
the
go.
audio is.
I thought this was a stream about getting the sound right.
We're multitasking.
Part
Um,
5.
So you see this large tent painted with murals that are shifting. The murals depict many different scenes of the Feywild. One of the things you note in each of the murals is that there are grinning fairies in each of them.
Freaking fatties.
Oftentimes they're diving into pools of various radiant colors. The helical stripes of the tent's
What?
pointed canopy, the
Okay.
kind of the yes, like a helix shape.
You had to bring the reading grade down a level for Jake for a second.
Sorry, I'm reading my description.
It's a spiral that has.
The spiral shapes on the tent.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait, what did you say originally? I missed it.
Helix.
Oh, okay.
Like half of DNA, right?
Yeah. That's a double helix.
They are painted in a way as to kind of befuddle onlookers. It's almost like one of those 3D things. You got to look at it cross-eyed, then slowly take your eyes out.
Oh,
It's
dude.
like it has that kind of effect.
Ooh.
And there is a large glass cabinet that you see at the front of the entrance that seems to be behind a curtain seems to be pulled over the front of the glass cabinet, and a curtain is also pulled shut in front of to the entrance of the Hall of Illusions as well. So,
Good job, Cat.
I would like to real quick cast Unseen Servant and
Okay.
send him in. see if he can get through it.
Do it
But
live!
when we get through, I want to see if he's at the end with us. I'm not rolling for him or following or anything.
What if you
I
could
tell him,
see the
What
unseen
instruction are you
servant
giving
there?
him?
get through the Hall of Mirrors and meet us on the other side.
Okay.
That's
All right.
a good idea.
Just for funsies.
Yeah, you're not going to check his eyes or anything, so what difference does it
I
make?
can't.
Oh. All right.
With a servant, I can't.
You send the servant ahead. You all watch as there is a noiseless kind of movement of the curtain, and
Every 5 seconds, you hear him run into a mirror.
It's like a bird. How did a bird get in there?
all right, you approach
Mincemeat.
the
Oh, no.
the hall, which is really a large tent, though it's referred to as the Hall of Mirrors. On the map, it is right here in terms of your orientation from where you came from the big top. Not that that matters, but for the visual among you. Oh, I don't even have the map out.
Nope.
Tom, could you please go hit the button on the, well, it's not a map. Click on the thing that says map or battle map. As hard as you think is appropriate.
You saw what Kale did to your couch?
It did. Yes, now let me show it again. Here, Hall of Illusions. Thank you, Tom. Is that broken now too?
It was worth you coming.
But it switched over. Very good. All right, smack the map. Yes. It is here! All right. You approach and you see the pulled curtain on the glass cabinet, and you see the, again, shut curtain on the Hall of Illusions. What do you do?
No obvious traps.
Now with my
Okay.
12.
Ray goes,
I
"Oi,
would like to see.
Melinda!"
I haven't
And
been
goes
playing the game.
All right. Ray, Oi Melinda's, and enters.
Quietly.
A,
Quietly.
that was a quiet Oi Melinda?
Oi, Melinda.
Okay, and you quietly
Ray,
enter
it's
in.
not the
It's a
library.
DM,
I
Melinda.
don't know if we're supposed to be sneaky.
All right, Ray enters first. I'm for purposes
I'll
of.
follow her.
I'm just gonna put the people on here. Ray, Hashin's following.
Yep.
Okay.
I would be close up to the front too.
Okay.
I'll
Manny.
follow after Hashin.
I'll go after Celine.
Hey, Cacophony, we're about to figure out if birds can see glass.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Yeah.
You are.
After everyone, after everyone goes in, I walk to the snail racing.
It is.
I so badly
Snails are
wanna see this.
undergoing repairs.
The snails?
None of them have shells
Didn't
on.
we
You're
talk
like,
about
"This
that
is
last
gross."
week? Did
Yeah, I wanted to go multiple times.
They're all getting
Yeah.
mani pedis.
Huh?
Oh, man.
Okay.
Imagine that for a
Meow.
snail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Aren't
All right.
they just 8 foot?
You all
No, I don't
enter,
see.
What's SpongeBob's pet's name?
passing
Gary.
by
Gary.
the glass cabinets.
He's on
Let's
that
go.
arch.
And
Did you hear my
you-
meow?
No.
Immediately.
That's great.
That's
hilarious. Good job.
Immediately see tall mirrors about 10
Ooh.
feet tall at the shortest. Some of them up to 20, 30 feet tall.
Ray, these are all taller than you.
They are.
Ray's on her tiptoes.
And it immediately strikes you that the tent that was outside is not as tall as the mirrors on the inside.
It's bigger on the inside.
It is, in fact, much larger on the inside. And you're in almost like a vestibule type area. The mirrors near the entrance immediately reflect all of you. And they show you all images of you in your youth.
Oh.
Think like young adolescent version.
Do I see a baby?
Except for you, Ray. You are essentially, you're there in a diaper.
Awesome.
You are like baby girl young.
4 feet tall. Diaper.
Are my legs huge and muscular and my arms skinny?
As
As a
you
baby?
as you stand and
Your mom had a
look
C-section.
and watch the
Is that
mirrors,
an insult?
you notice that your reflected self begins to age,
Ooh.
steadily growing older, and as you look at the reflection of yourself, and whichever mirror you look at, by the way, reflects you. You do not see a reflection of any other person.
Cool.
As you look at the mirrors further in, that's where you see yourself getting older and older and older, the deeper into the trail that you look. As you scrutinize and discern, you begin to see what would be a reflection of your current age. And then as you get older from your current age, the mirrors begin to do even stranger things. Some of them add scars to your appearance.
Ooh.
Some of them make you look misshapen, elongated, or squished, or missing a limb, or going bald, or becoming even more heavy or light than you already are.
Are there any with purple skin?
I was gonna ask the same question.
There are Ray. You can roll a perception check because only she would know this.
I asked though.
You did, but
You couldn't see it.
can't see. You only see pictures of yourself.
You only see you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't catch that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
Killian's like,
Okay.
I don't care.
I want to see.
roll. I wanna
17.
know
There
what-
is a particular mirror that has, not unlike the age, it's almost like you go from a gray to a deep royal purple and back again. It kind of oscillates.
Ray stops for a couple seconds and just stares at it wistfully for a little bit. I hope so. And then she keeps going.
Okay, you all. If you certainly can speak to each other and describe what you see, but you only see pictures and reflections and distortions and.
Is this just in the vestibule?
This is in the vestibule. There's maybe on either side of you. There's maybe 20 mirrors.
Okay.
And again, it's kind of a 30-foot semicircle. So say 15-foot radius, 30-foot diameter. That kind of ends with an opening into
Whatever's
another
next. Okay.
another corridor.
Do we get the feeling that it's maze-like, or it's clearly progressible?
The corridor has a mist, so you can't really see into where you're walking.
The path. Do I know the path that my unseen servant went?
I don't know how that spell works, but you directed it to go to the end, and so that is what it did.
I guess it says it's invisible, so I can't see it either. Nobody can see it.
Correct. I know the unseen servant is
Is he
in
running?
fact unseen.
Yeah.
Right. I thought maybe I
weird
could.
You know,
see
it'd
it.
be crazy if
Words.
the unseen servant was seeing himself in the mirrors.
Oh god.
He has like an existential crisis.
So if we move, like if I lift my wing, is the reflection going to also do that?
It
I mean,
does.
it's a mirror.
Okay. Well,
Actually.
not really.
Is that
She's a
more
bird,
to the
Jake.
room?
There's just no to her.
Oh my god, there's two of them.
The mirrors all reflect your movement. They just depict you in various stages and forms.
Do we see anything that isn't a part of our group in the reflections?
You only see ever pictures of yourself.
Just me.
Yep.
Okay.
Are any of more of you skeleton? Or
What is
just
it?
your hand?
That's a good question. What of
There-
my skeleton hand?
Roll perception.
Come on, roll well.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Sometimes
That's
you are
good.
just a straight up
did.
skeleton in the mirror.
20.
20.
Unnatural.
There are some depictions where your hand is your old hand. There are some depictions where your entire body is skeletal.
Ooh.
There are some depictions where it is exactly as it is now.
Interesting.
There are some depictions where you... there, by the way, for all of you, there are depictions where you are naked.
Important interjection from the DM. Now let's get back to the main description.
Excellent.
I'm gonna
Which
make this my home
which
base.
some of you are immediately...
Oh damn, I look good. You see that?
Celine tries to see his mirror.
You see yourself naked. And you are, of course, always covered in feathers. So,
Even as a skeleton?
except for the skeletal mirror, which
Right.
is
Paper mache.
a
Extremely bare.
yes. There's very bare.
Yeah.
They
About
use
as bare
it
as you
in
can
at all.
get.
Yeah.
You see a bear in the mirror?
In fact, you do. The owlbear who has followed you in.
All right.
What's its name
Winky
again?
would be
Winky.
probably-
Oh, Winky.
Oh, he'll be at the rear, following.
Winky
everyone
is
around.
in fact following
Yeah.
behind
Oh,
He's so big.
Anthony.
Holy cow, is that the scale for our characters?
yeah.
Him?
That is an owlbear is a large
They're
creature.
big.
I thought he was a baby though.
No, he's a
No.
full-grown
He's
owlbear.
a full-grown man.
Ray just acts like he's a
Yeah.
baby.
Oh,
She's
that
making him our
changes
dog.
Like a
things.
little
Ray, it's
puppy.
not
Yeah,
a
this
dog.
is-
Forgot she made him a collar.
Winky is
Should make her
Winky.
collar.
Winky.
He put it around his
You see Winky as a full-grown owlbear.
All right.
Dang.
So,
bear.
Our fairy eater.
Are there any writings or runes on these
Yeah,
mirrors or
it was
floors
one
or
fast there.
ceilings?
In fact, as you approach the kind of the narrowing of the vestibule area here, above the mist-filled pathway that you would enter, there is a inscription in Elvish.
Oh.
Anyone who speaks Elvish,
I think I do.
I think I did too.
I do?
Nope.
Yep.
I don't think I...
Nerp.
Oh, I do. Okay. Yes. Hey, what's that say?
it says, "The key you seek is not too far gone. When peace you find, proclaim hither, tither, and yon."
I repeat that. Peace you
Repeat it.
seek is not
Planes.
too far gone. Something, something, hither, tither, and yon.
The key you seek is not too far gone. When peace you find, proclaim hither, tither, and yon.
All right. I
That sounds Christmassy.
Peace you find.
I feel like hither, tither, yon is an important thing to remember.
Tither, yon.
Yeah. Just
And a key.
Do you think that's what's
Key.
proclaimed?
peace, key.
How's
Hither,
peace
tither,
spelled?
yon.
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Yeah, P-I-E, like Reese's Pieces.
It's Elvish.
I guess you're fluent, so I don't
I-
need to make you
I'm
roll.
Elvish and Sylvan.
It is spelled P-I-E-C-E.
Oh boy. So they
knew
tried
it.
to get tricky here, okay?
Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah, piece of something. Peace, key, hither, tither, yon.
What piece proclaims something? Is it written on a piece?
All right, let me read it one more time.
Is there a comma after peace?
One more
The
time.
key you seek is not too far gone, comma. When peace you find,
Oh.
comma.
Comma. then.
When or one piece?
Proclaim.
When
hither, tither,
peace
yon.
you find, comma, proclaim hither, tither, and yon.
Okay.
And that is in quotes.
Hither,
Not-
tither, yon.
Nope, that's not
Assuming
it.
hither, tither, yon, we use
The
the
mist
Oxford
swirls and opens and beckons you enter.
Oh, I was wrong. All right. I want to notch the door as we go through with some of the rocks I brought in.
Notch the mirror?
So I'm assuming that the mirror has a frame.
Sure, yes.
That's kind of what I meant. In case this thing tries to get tricky with us, I want to like.
Okay.
Do we have any rope?
You seek to notch it, it does not take.
I don't think I have rope.
All right.
Probably.
Can we
magic.
take out
All right.
rope and just loosely put it around
Obviously,
everybody's
magic
waists?
mirrors.
Around each of your waists?
Yeah, I'm not not to knot it so that nobody can run if they need to, but just loosely, like you wrap it around once and hold it yourself.
Okay.
I am not doing that.
Why?
Because Hasheen's going to get grabbed and yanked a mile away.
That just
Like
seems
this
very
happened
unsafe.
before.
Well, that's why I was saying we don't tie it. We just loop it around so you can let go if you need to.
Like around your neck or something.
I don't have rope, but I have
So
manacles.
Can I look? Can I look
Why?
around then
4
for
pairs
a
of them.
Goodness.
We grabbed them
like
off
on the
something.
edge of the
Weird, though.
mirrors or the floor or little boxes?
Roll a
somewhere?
perception check on the vestibule
have
area.
thought
That's where you're looking.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
all right. I heard something else.
Oh,
All right, peace. When we
7.
find the peace,
24.
hither, tither, yon.
Proclaim.
As you look, the space is very clean. There's nothing on the floor. You look at the frames of the mirrors. Everything is intentionally very symmetrical and uniform. There is no divergence in any of the frames or mirrors themselves other than the reflection in each of them. As you kind of just quickly look back through, you see yourself and nothing else reflected in the mirror. It doesn't seem that there's anything that would be a piece of a key here. You surmise, based off of the inscription going forward, that it is guiding you
Okay, let's
as
go.
you move on.
I agree. I mean, it's either in or out. Like, there's nowhere else. It's the vestibule. So here we go.
Just, Chris, a clarification. Did we come here seeking a key, or is that just an inscription that we're reading?
No,
okay.
we're not.
We
We're
came
seeking
here-
Zabilna.
You
Okay.
came here
Information on her.
seeking
Information.
the last known location of Zabilna.
Okay.
Which is potentially a key or a piece or something.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
All right.
Or to kill a witch so people remember
Yeah, whatever.
where
Like,
she was.
We're not quite
wherever this
sure.
path leads.
Yeah.
We were just told we can't say anything,
If I gotta kill a bee, I'll
but you
kill a
should
bee.
go here.
Walk through?
Yeah.
Oi,
Diddle daddle.
Melinda!
So Ray enters.
All right, same
Immediately,
order.
the mist swirls around you, and I need all of you to roll wisdom saves.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh boy.
It's like we should have had the
Whizzies.
rope.
I'm using
Yep.
an advantage.
Ooh. Okay, what is our advantage count? What are our tallies at, Bree?
24.
You have enough.
15.
30.
Nice.
Look at you.
22. 22.
I'm a plus 13.
What?
You
My
know
wisdom save.
Wisdom? How?
Oh, wait, do we get a
I'm
plus
paladin.
5 for
Yes,
being around him?
you have a plus 5.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
27.
Jeez, 22.
27.
29.
That helped.
That
Okay.
did.
I'm sorry, 21.
I need all of you
21
to
plus 5.
describe to me
26.
Mm-hmm.
your
Oh no.
Is this too personal?
ideal place. Your character's ideal place.
A deep, serene forest with pine needle covering on the ground.
Okay, very good.
The beach of an ocean, with like the section that's separated off. It's like a beach gym. You know what I mean?
Venice Beach.
This piece.
Yeah, Venice Beach with it. It's got a gym on it,
Another one!
so I can show the ladies what's happening and also pump up the gym.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, go.
The House of the Broken God, the infirmary.
Of Ilmater, very good.
Ray's transported to the top of a very sheer mountain that's overlooking water, and her parents' house is just in the distance, and her parents are waving to her, saying hello.
Be like a birdhouse.
Very good.
I was gonna say, just flying, like just soaring
Yeah.
really high up.
Flying.
But if I
know.
can't be moving, like it's
McDonald's
not
parking
really a
lot,
physical
like at 2 a.m.
place.
There are French fries on the ground and seagulls fighting me for them.
The dumpster.
Flying into the dumpster. Dumpster diving.
And they're really.
Good coffee.
Slew of bad fries
You're
that
just
somebody
yelling,
threw
mine,
out.
mine, I'll have that, mine.
Apple core in your hand.
This could be valuable.
Shiny.
That's a good one. I like that.
That's fun. All right.
The oasis where my caravan family was situated around after a good day of swindling people out of gold
All right, very good.
in the
Simpler
Anorak.
times.
Thank you. The next room you enter into has mirrors. There are 6 of them, and each one depicts exactly what you have described.
Can we see the others?
You can see each of the
Oh.
others.
Why a dumpster?
No, Coffee, don't eat that!
I'm not gonna lie, that's a little weird, guys. Hey, to each his own, though, you know.
And is the glass
touches the mirror.
solid?
You touch the mirror.
I touch the mirror
Oh, good call.
towards my parents.
It is cold, solid.
Hmm.
You take your hand back. There is no smudge. It is picturesque. The closer you look, the closer you feel to the place. There seems to be life to it, as if it is depicting an actual location, not just a artist's rendering. There seems to be a slight breeze on the sand in the woods. There are leaves that kind of rustle along. There are little flutters in the sand and in the shiny things in the pile of stuff that you see. The candles flicker on the altar to Ilmater, and there's movement and life, though it is just kind of like a still. There's no large movements. It's just very small movements as your eyes each are kind of
It's like one of those
drawn in.
Perspective things. You move.
Yeah,
And it moves.
yeah. It's enough to make it feel real, but it's not like you're watching through a video camera and everything. It's almost like it's on repeat or replay of like a 5-second kind of loop type of a thing.
So we're in a room with 6 mirrors?
6 mirrors, yep.
Is there another?
And there is a pathway that continues.
So the owlbear doesn't have a happy place?
There's nothing for the owlbear. Although
It's the
he
dumpster.
seems
One day.
he does take in each of the scenes himself, and he
That's sad.
walks over to the woods, the wooded imagery that Manny's eyes are resting on, and he kind of just sits down on his haunches and looks at it alongside you.
Are there any more words in Elvish?
Oh yeah. Out of there? Does there look like there's a clear other entry point? Like, we know where we came from. Does it look like there's a section? Oh, more mist. We gotta go there.
It does. No writing anywhere.
No. I don't
down.
see anything. Should we yell the phrase or should
Actually,
we... Okay.
roll perception. Let's see if you see.
All of us?
If anyone's looking, sure.
I
For
forgot to roll.
what are we looking at? I'm not
Looking
looking.
for writing.
Oh,
It was the question was asked if there's writing
18.
anywhere. You don't see any writing.
No, I'm looking for.
I got 17.
I'm looking
Yep,
for
nothing.
little hooks on the back of the mirrors that has a key piece hanging on it, or trap
That's true.
doors
We're
that
not
have
really
things
looking
hidden.
for.
That's
So
what I'm looking
what's
for.
the room? Yeah, what's the room look like then? We don't see any writing, but like, we left a vestibule into what?
Into a circular
So
room,
another round room.
Is it?
and there are essentially
Are they 3 and 3, or are
Yeah,
they all
3
on
and
one
3.
side?
3 and 3,
3, okay.
and
Can we,
it's
can we circle around to the back of the mirrors?
no, they are against
On the
a
wall.
a solid
Okay.
form. It's dark and shapeless.
Can we touch it?
You can. It feels cloth-like, though it's the blackness of it is. It absorbs all light, seemingly. It's like there's nothing there, but it's solid.
Anyone see a key in their picture?
No.
No.
I mean,
Neither.
yours looks pretty cool on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, when we look in the mirror,
This is
are we
where my
in it?
dad would always tell me stories. I love this place.
Are we in it or just the place?
The
It's just the
landscape.
place.
Ah, interesting.
Okay. So, is
And
this
so touching it is cold
Can I-
glass.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
is this the is this for you guys? Is this the place where you wish you could be?
Yeah, that's my house right there.
Okay. How about you?
Definitely.
You like gyms?
It is my favorite hangout spot.
So we're in the room where we all are seeing the place we want to be the most. Is there anything to that?
Well, what did
Well-
the sign say before?
Ah, something's not too far.
The key you seek
The
is
key
not
you
too
seek is
far
not too far.
gone. When peace you
When
find,
peace-
proclaim hither, thither,
Hither, tither.
hither, thither, yon.
Hither, tither, yon.
But peace was not.
No.
But peace was
This
like a
type of
piece,
peace.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The mist swirls, moving to the next entrance.
Oh boy, I feel like we might be missing something.
And
Can
as
I?
it, as it does
wait.
so,
The mist swirled just after you said hither, thither, and yon.
As it does so, the images change
Two.
before you.
In the mirrors in the room we're in.
Yep. The forest is afire.
Ooh.
The caravan is destroyed.
Oh.
The dumpster
Fire.
is empty.
It's like a dumpster fire. Trash day.
It's the cleanest dumpster I've ever seen.
You're here. That's a well-functioning society. That takes track of its garbage.
The altar is broken and split.
I don't like that.
The gym
Has no
Has
freeway
no
track.
is all taken by other people.
Oh, that's the worst.
And they're not even doing the correct form.
That's
Have to do
right.
They don't
push-ups
even
in
know
the
how to lift.
sand.
And your mountain is sundered. Your parents are dead.
Ooh.
These are not equal. Can I just say?
Yeah, seriously.
We're not being ushered out of this room.
No,
Okay. Yeah. Hither, Tither, yon.
nothing changes.
Shit.
Now, can
This
we
is
touch
not
it? Is it
peace.
still solid?
So yeah, this
Everything else is exactly the same, aesthetically and tactily.
Let's get out of here.
I'd like to look at the floor and see if there's anything
Interesting.
different or unique about any place on the floor.
Roll perception.
All right.
I
I have a
will,
recommendation. Let's not say that anymore.
until we're ready.
Yeah.
It's solid. It is not black like the space between the mirrors. It is like a granite-esque
Okay.
stone.
Now that we said the word, are there any other words showing in Elvish anywhere?
Roll perception.
I'll guide him if he's looking. Actually, is it dark in here?
There's an illumination in each of these spaces that you don't know where it comes from. It is light, but the light is very intentional in terms of where it's kind of shining, so to speak, as if to direct your gaze to the mirrors.
I got an 18 again.
An 18. As you turn around, you see on the back of the entrance from which you came,
Mm-hmm.
in Elvish, very short, it says, your dreams or your nightmares.
This is our room. It's called Dreams or Nightmares. Your dreams or your nightmares.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
All right. Anything else in here?
Let's go.
I think we should move on.
Maybe. Next.
All right.
Ray will go through first.
You move on. You come to the passageways you go narrows.
Can we make it through?
It's strange. It feels like it is closing in on you individually. You are not able to walk side by side. You have to get single file. And it narrows in a way that makes you feel claustrophobic, makes you feel like the darkness, the mist is pressing in upon you. And you, of course, are the first one to sense this. Do you continue on?
I will. I'll call back. It's getting a little tight up here.
Okay. Hasheen, you move forward behind Ray, and as soon as you step through, you don't see her, nor do you hear the words that she speaks.
Ray?
You continue, and Manny, you go. Actually, Celine, you go next. Hasheen disappears. You don't hear him exclaim, "Ray."
I knew the frickin' rope.
I thought we had the rope.
I don't think anyone has a rope.
And we all have rope
We all
included
have
in our adventures packs.
Yes.
We just don't read the
Yeah.
manual.
We didn't
Manny goes
start with
next.
that.
Rope seed manuals.
Cacophony goes next. Anthony goes next. You each experience the same thing. How do each of you respond in your isolation? What do you do? Let's start with Ray at the front.
I know that they can't hear me and I don't see anyone.
You don't know that they can't hear you, although no one responded to your exclamation.
Ray will stop for a couple of seconds and wait to see if Hashin reaches to her.
Yep. You stop and wait. And you listen and you don't hear anyone behind you. You turn and you see no one behind you.
Guys? Hello? She's gonna start walking back towards where she last left her party.
Okay. You turn around and walk forward. Hashin, what are you doing?
So we can see the room we're walking into, right? It's not like you said it's a dark tunnel.
Correct.
And so it's just like pitch black, can't see anything,
Correct.
or you come on the other side and nothing.
You walked in and it's
pitch black.
it is darkness. It as you
Now
think
I have
think if
devil
I'm
sight.
yeah, think Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe when they go into the wardrobe, right? It kind of closes in on them. And then they're feeling their way through, and then they ultimately, of course, come out in Narnia. Think of this as it closes in on you, and then all of a sudden, you realize you're alone,
Okay.
and it's just darkness.
There's nothing to feel, nothing to see.
Correct. You do feel the ground beneath your feet. That is the only thing you feel.
Do I run into Hashin by walking backwards?
You do not.
I would probably reach over and like physically touch the ground. Does it feel like the same granite ground we've been on, or did
It
the
does.
texture change? And then I would probably slowly keep kind of moving forward, arms out, but repeating to myself, don't believe everything you see or don't see. Guys, and just
Hello?
kind of wading forward, kind of reaching.
Okay. Celine, what do you do?
So the moment that everybody disappears from sight, I think Celine would try to cast, or not cast, but activate Emboldening Bond.
Okay.
Because that is not dependent on sight. It's just 4 willing creatures within 30 feet of you, which
Right.
is where we were all walking.
Yes.
And I want to try and feel if that magic takes root.
It does not.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I think to myself,
What a
we've
wonderful
got a
world.
problem. And I'm not going to say anything because the last time this happened, I spoke and I screwed it all up and I was the only one that failed. So I'm scarred and I'm keeping my mouth freaking shut until I know more. And I'll just keep walking forward
Okay.
slowly.
Very good.
You just kept praying.
Yep.
Manny.
I think about that sometimes when I'm at home doing random things.
You just zoom off.
And I'll just audibly go, ugh. And my parents will go, what's wrong? I'm thinking of
Self-confidence.
nothing.
I read a situation.
I'm like, you wouldn't understand,
There's
Mom.
so many other things that you aced in this game.
At least,
shut
it
the
I
hell
was,
can't think of any.
at least I had to just wait for everybody to come back down the steps to mock me.
Manny.
So Manny is gonna reach a similar conclusion. We're in trouble, and he's gonna kneel down and maybe make the same mistake that you did. Kneel on one knee, touch
Why you gotta make it personal?
touch where the embroider of the eye is on his poncho, and pray, Savas, I need your sight. Salune, I need your light. Help us through this darkness.
Roll
you
religion.
needed
You
to
could have
rhyme.
just said night!
Yeah, you
Oh,
had to
you were
rhyme
so
that.
close!
Crit.
Woo!
Forget it. What do we know?
Yep, shut up. Rolling that back.
The eye begins to glow on your poncho, and you. That's what he described.
I know. When you say that, I think of like the 25-cent like colorful ones. Yeah.
Disney,
Oh,
you bought
yeah.
it on
Yeah,
the
you're wearing a
kiosk.
bright
I
blue
think of
poncho.
Emperor's New Groove.
Pacha!
Pacha?
Yeah.
Throw off my groove.
He does have a poncho.
It's
does.
basically like that. Different color, but it's
Okay.
basically like
The eye begins to glow,
What were we doing?
and you can't see this, but your eyes begin to glow as well.
that. But I see the
Very cool.
eye. on-
You do. As you do, you look up, and the darkness around you begins to give way
Ooh.
as you are given a momentary blessing of true sight.
Ooh.
Okay, momentary meaning.
You don't know how long it will last.
Okay, so it's
Freaking
still.
go, man.
it-
Go.
Run.
You have true sight,
What do I see?
and as you look around you, you see a mirror, 2 mirrors that are astride you in the hallway. And there is darkness that is emanating out from both of them, and your other 5 friends are completely entwined and shrouded in darkness. In particular, there are bands of darkness around their mouth and around their eyes. There are also strands that seem to bind around their chest and their waist and their feet.
So they can't actually move.
And they all are kind of like struggling, but it's not like a violent struggle. It's as if they're moving, walking, doing things, but they're all stationary as they go.
He's gonna cast Moonbeam on the mirrors.
Nice.
Okay.
One of the mirrors.
Okay, you cast Moonbeam on the mirror, and it
Attaboy.
shatters. And
Look at you.
you
Reflects Moonbeam onto all of us.
You
and we all
move-
die.
you move the mirror to the other, or the Moonbeam to the other mirror, and it shatters. And for the sake of continuing things on, you all are aware suddenly of being in a mist-filled space, and there is a very large moonbeam to your left, and there are pieces of mirror all over the floor. And you see Manny holding out his hand, concentrating on a spell with his eyes aglow. Manny, as you now look at the rest of your friends, you see a couple things.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
I saw a smirk.
Yeah, I saw Smirk too.
You got true sight. Oh no!
Number 1, you see a shadow that is remaining intertwined with Hashin.
Ooh.
Wow, wow, wow.
That was good. Everybody, good job. We practiced that before.
You see Celine with skeletal ethereal wings that are bloodied and broken.
Mm-hmm.
She's evil, obviously.
Knew it. She can't play
and
this character.
there is
skeletal.
what looks to be a wound on her back, which is constantly oozing
Ugh.
blood.
Ew.
Is this what you dream about at night? This weird shit? I want to go to the beach. You're just dreaming about bloody wings and
Oh, we
goofy
wrote the
back
backstory.
scars.
What if there's a carrion that never closes?
That's a problem.
You see Hashin, and there is a void within him.
Oh, Dude, you need
I'm sorry, I said Hashin. I meant Anthony.
Oh.
Pansy.
Are you avoiding something?
Most of the time.
Well, your big fight is against the void, isn't it?
Actually, I think it's against his self-esteem.
Joke's
His
on you.
ego.
No.
It's both.
It's against all
You
of your
see
freaking
Cacophony,
egos.
and she is in fact entirely skeletal.
Interesting.
Nice.
And you see Ray and a monk
Ooh.
and several rainbow butterflies constantly fluttering around her.
Nice.
We haven't seen them in a while.
We have not seen him
Thank goodness.
I hate those butterflies.
in a while. Hey, those are my ancestors.
Well, screw them.
And they are in a kind of constant rotation, as if in some sort of orbit, or
That's pretty cool.
yeah, like they're just with her
Ooh.
as she goes.
Does okay. And Manuel would not know much about it.
And the visions fade.
Okay. All right.
His eyes stop glowing. You all have consciousness and awareness, and continue.
Are we
Moonbeam's still up.
still restrained or no?
What the heck happened? Where'd everyone go? What happened to your eyes?
I don't know what happened to my eyes.
They're like glowing blue.
Savras and Salune helped me to see through the darkness, and I took out the mirrors that were
Right on, man.
Savras,
encapsulating us.
that old fart. How's he doing?
As far as I know, very well.
Is that 42
There are
years bad luck?
conversations.
That's all
There
I
are
got.
conversations that we may need to have individually.
Okay.
We
How
all
would
we all
prevent something
seem.
like this happening again, though? Because we just walked through the mist and then we were restrained. And if your eyes didn't start glowing that funky color, we would have just been here forever and trapped.
It's true, yeah.
It's possible.
But we're not, so okay.
So what now?
I think that we should go forward with Moonbeam ahead of us.
Can we check the room for any more writing?
Roll perception.
I'll help
Also,
again.
does anyone think we should grab a piece of this mirror?
I was
Just in
thinking the
case?
same thing, actually, yes.
Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
were,
pocket one.
were there any keys in there?
It's
Behind the glass?
26.
6.
Ooh, damn.
No keys. However, behind each of the broken mirrors, there is a little bit of writing.
Oh, nice.
All right.
The writing is again in Elvish, and it says behind the first mirror, "Do not dismay,"
Do not dismay.
and behind the second mirror,
It says this
"Light will guide your way."
Ah,
Nothing behind the other. There are only 2, you said, right?
I don't have any lights.
Do
I'll
not
activate
dismay.
the light cantrip.
Light will guide your way.
As you light the light cantrip, the mist recedes back, and the room is, for all intents and purposes, clear, and but for the broken and remains of the glass on the floor.
Well, that's a
So
good
it's
idea.
not concentration, and I can touch an object and imbue the light cantrip
can.
to it. So I would do that on like a coin or a knickknack that everybody has.
I have dancing lights too that I can turn on.
I have sickening radiance I can drop down.
Hey, we saw what that did to Charles.
Amazing.
Good thing you started with Kalian, because that would have been your go-to.
You
So
got
all
it.
right, you got that going. You touch a. Here's a coin. Bink. I'm gonna put it behind my ear.
Okay.
It's like an X-ray, or like where you shine a flashlight behind your fingertip. There's just no brain
And
there.
it has pointy ears, so there's like it casts this weird like angular.
You got a cone of light coming out your head.
All right, you continue forward.
Did I say the magic words?
Should we say it?
I think so. Why not?
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall.
Hither, tither, and yon?
Oh, that's it.
The way forward manifests because there was none,
Oh, okay.
and
Fair.
Ooh.
you now move forward into
Moonbeam
a
is
new room. Moonbeam goes ahead of you.
We're just gonna irradiate anything just as a
It
precaution.
lasts for a minute.
Yes.
My eyes.
And so as you move
There
forward,
goes our princess.
Yeah.
the you enter into a pentagonal space.
5.
Pentagonal.
Actually, let me
Hexagonal.
recant. You enter into a, well, it is a.
Dodeca.
Icosagonal.
D20.
There are 7 sides.
There's only one
Seven.
side.
That's a-
Septagon.
Yours, what
No,
you're
that's
coming
a-
through would be 8, so it would be
Decepticon.
octagonal, but it's
Oh, okay.
7 in addition to the side that you are entering from.
Has
Okay.
there been a progression of like, so it's not room sides? Like we started in 10 side and then we went to 9 and then 8 and 7?
Well, the
or
first
It's
one
a
was
great question,
round.
but no. The first one
room
had
was like a lot.
round?
the first one had many, many mirrors. The second had
6.
the 6, one for each of you.
This one-
The next had 2, and then this has 7.
Okay, so there's no exit currently to this room.
Correct.
Gotcha.
There are.
Do I hear my unseen servant running into a mirror over and over again?
Dude, your unseen servant's being tormented by visions right now.
He's locked in the black.
You,
Yep.
I believe you still retain some sort of connection to the unseen servant, right?
No, he follows what I say, and then he waits for me to tell him what to do after that. That's all that happens.
So you don't have any sort of.
Not
Awareness-
This is just a level.
I know it's a level 1 ritual spell, but
Yeah, I mean, you can give me awareness.
I would say that you have approximate awareness that he seems to be in this room.
Oh, he's stuck in here. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
There are on 6 of the sides mirrors that depict an image. I'll get to those in a moment. There are at the center, the pinnacle, so to speak, the 7th remaining side. There is a what looks to be frame of a mirror, but there is no image.
I do not
Is
want
this the one we walked through? Or
I do
no?
not want to go into this one. I presume that's
'Cause
what
you
we're
said there were
supposed
8.
to do.
So there are 6 other mirrors that have images, and these images are all fully in motion.
Hmm.
It looks to be as if you are watching something somewhere else.
The
So like a
mirrors,
TV.
the mirrors themselves aren't in motion, just the images that they project.
Correct. The mirrors, the other types were all like kind of rectangular, elongated, kind of classic to show the full view of a man. Every one of these mirrors is circular.
Oh.
It kind of gives a full orbed view of the depiction. And there are, each one depicts something different. I'm going to go through the 6. The first is a picture of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Oh.
And they are in the tent where you left them. And they are sitting there looking at each other, not speaking. And after a moment, their eyes kind of glance in the direction of whoever is looking into that mirror.
That's creepy. I like
Ooh,
that.
wait up.
That's
We
a good
did
one.
this with weird mirrors back in Greer's Tower. Remember that?
There were mirrors,
Yeah.
I don't.
but the mirrors. I can't remember if they even led to anything.
They did.
Cacophony, right?
Okay, carry on. Sorry. That was for us. Me remembering things.
Shall I continue?
Yes.
No.
So they're aware someone was looking.
This is their carnival.
The next mirror, by the way, that's on the far, like, as soon as you come in, first mirror on the left.
Okay.
Next mirror, we'll go on the one on the right. So first mirror, now on the right. You see what looks to be a small village that is covered in snow.
Do I recognize it?
Let me go through the whole depiction,
Sorry.
and then you can ask questions. There are a number of elves that are of the spring variety that are huddled in a corner of the town, sitting down. There are 4 winter elves that are guarding them with drawn swords. There are several other dark elves spread all throughout the town, seemingly searching for something.
Dark.
The angle that you have is very much a kind of top-down perspective that gives you an overview of this walled village. And you see in one corner of the village what looks to be hiding in a room on top of a building that you get the perspective almost like through the roof, as if the roof wasn't there. You see another spring elf with kind of silver hair that is sitting there clutching something to its chest and in hushed tones speaking to someone.
You said spring elf?
Yeah.
All of the elves here are spring.
Except for the ones that are
The 4 winter elves
the
guarding
winter
them.
elves,
Bad
right?
dude.
Or you
Right.
say dark elves?
The dark elves.
Well,
Dark
there's also
elves.
Like
dark
me?
elves.
Dark elves like me?
Yes.
He's
like
dark
you.
elves like meat, like dark meat.
Delicious.
Male, female.
You're relevant.
It isn't irrelevant if it says actual.
This
specific
is
person.
kind of what it looks like.
Oh,
Ah,
pretty.
I feel like I'm
Right.
playing Diablo.
And here is where you see the conversation going on.
And that was a
Here-
female elf or male elf
Uh,
with white hair.
difficult to tell.
Okay.
Here is where they are huddled,
What's the difference?
and there are elves searching in the different outcroppings
Dark elves.
here, right? This is so I'm going to describe each of these, and then I want you all to tell me which you are looking at and what you're looking for. All right, so hold your thoughts and questions on each.
What
Okay.
was the first one again?
That was
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light just
Okay,
sitting
gotcha.
in a
Yep,
room,
I'm
yep.
writing it down.
Yep, yep.
recognizing.
this
the
one
mirror.
is I'm just referring to this as the Spring Village.
Okay.
in winter.
Spring.
The next up from the Spring Village on the right side
Okay. So yep.
looks
3 o'clock.
very much like the Cinder Wastes that from which you
Ugh.
came.
Is there a fiery newt sitting there somewhere?
No, however, there looks to be a body covered in cinder, soot, and there looks to be the aftermath of an explosion. There is a destroyed looking building that is covered in snow. In fact, these entire wastes are now covered in snow.
Hmm. I guess
There
releasing the
is,
world wasn't a
in the
We did that.
snow pile, you look and you see a figure that is pounding on something. The figure is a warforged figure.
Is there any yellow patches in the snow? I need to know where he uses the bathroom.
So this is the
No,
frozen cinder wastes.
guess it's irrelevant.
This doesn't look like one of the Warforges we met.
You can ask your questions.
Can
when I
you
get
can
through
we put our
everything.
finger on it and zoom in? See who it is?
You all can ask your questions when I get through everything.
Try not to ask a question.
I
D&D
remember.
party challenge.
The
we're
next-
we're all not good at waiting.
The next is what looks to be
That second one was better than the first one.
a deep wood. The woods are very lush and vibrant, many colors.
Ooh.
However, the colors that you see are all muted and saturated and covered in. Do you want to guess?
Snow.
Chocolate.
In chocolate.
Snow.
Poopy.
Snow. In the center
Said
of a clearing in the wood, you see a
What the hell is that?
stone that is hovering
Oh, I like that.
and chained to 3 other stones. There is a greenish yellowish energy that glows, and there is a ghostly form which seems to hover around and is of a diminutive size.
Wait, what?
Compared to the other misty thing we saw? Smaller than that one?
In terms of its humanoid form, it seems to be smaller than a normal humanoid.
About half the size of. Oh,
Sure, half to a third. Okay, this is the frozen woods.
I like
I'm
that
going to
one.
refer to that as the frozen woods. The next is a large vacuous space which has a massive crater in the center. There look to be large pillars all on the side, which seem to be holding up the ceiling or whatever would be above it. This does not seem to be an open space like all the rest have been. This seems to be you're getting a picture kind of almost of a entombed kind of area. And in fact, the breaks in the ground, the cratered ice, so to speak, is prominent in the fact that at the center of the crater, you see the dragon that you defeated.
Oh, snap.
To get here.
That is a very big dragon.
Yep. Again, I will describe things as people look closer. It seems to be clutching something in its hands.
Oh, of course, we have to go there.
Okay.
There's the key.
Maybe. The elven lady was holding something too.
Maybe
And
it's
talking to it, maybe.
key, like C-H-I.
Oh,
We
the
have to find a
DM's
monk.
playing with a little bit of misdirection here in the Hall of Illusions, I see.
The final, you see a massive,
That's
it
like a
looks to be a statue. Although the statue it's odd, it is woven in chains.
Ooh, I like that.
And there are, again, pillars which emerge all around, which seem to anchor the chains. As you see the statue, it definitely has a humanoid form, and it moves and struggles against the chains.
Somebody's trapped. A humanoid form trapped in chains. Got it.
There seems to be a pool or reflection of an energy
That's neat.
that is energizing the chains, and there are footprints all around, though you see no figure.
Unseen servant.
He solved this riddle like 10 minutes
He
ago.
got caught?
And this depiction is referred to as the chained statue.
But we don't see the statue?
Oh, you see the statue. It is.
Maybe I'm not seeing it.
I mean,
is
it's.
Or is this...
This is the statue here.
Oh, I thought that was a seat.
Yeah,
Like a
that was
throne.
No,
in
it.
front of
Well, it. If you want to inspect, it. There is a.
Looks like a
There's
portal to me.
layers to this. It looks like it could be a throne. It looks like it could be a pedestal with the chains.
Okay.
But what it is clearly depicting is a figure that is chained and anchored.
In two different. Oh, this is the last room. Okay.
Do you want to see if there's any?
And these are all in oval, round-shaped mirrors. Okay. Got it.
Yep. Within the chained figure's throne statue, it seems to be clutching something.
So many clutches.
All right. So that's...
I'm.
Warforged was like pounding on something.
Yep.
I'd like to meet him.
Forest with the snow. There's a
Okay,
small
okay.
form circling something.
Yep.
The elfin hiding
Which
was holding something and talking to someone.
Which in light?
That's the only one that's different. The
Cinder
witch and
waste.
light
They just saw
are
us.
sitting in a room, and basically they noticed that people were looking. Can we?
I'm going right to this floaty stone thing. That's the only one that interests me.
Floaty
personally.
stone. All right, so you're going to the frozen
Woods.
woods.
Yep. It's the
Okay.
only one that interests me. I don't care about the people, obviously.
Should I say the
You
magic
all know
words?
me by now.
You approach the frozen woods. We'll start here with Anthony.
Yeah. I'll think about the rest because I know this one's. gonna
Please
probably
roll
kill
a
me, so.
perception check.
22.
Can I just say, Steve, I spent the last 6 minutes going, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to go in there. And then immediately speaks up to go.
Right.
This is the one I didn't say that to.
With your 22,
Oh, I'm not going in, am I? I'm not going in. I'm looking.
you how closely do you approach?
Like right here.
Okay. So you're not touching, but you are
Pixel by pixel, baby.
you approach. You see the form that is circling. While you've encountered
That's why I'm interested.
ghosts, etc. before, this form is not necessarily a ghost. It has a more concise, a more
It's a wraith.
It's knick-knack.
Ice Wraith, yep.
actually, it is Knick-Knack.
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
What?
The moment he said diminutive.
I know
I
Nick
knew.
Knack.
You do,
That's
and
good.
he immediately catches your eye. This
What?
is his spirit form, and he seems trapped or tethered to this glowing rock.
Great job, Austin.
Free him. Free him.
And you see
Free
that
my
his
brother, he did
form
nothing
seems
wrong.
to be clutching something in his hands.
Ray knows Nick Knack. Nobody else does, right?
We all do.
Everyone knows Knick-Knack, except for Manny.
Yeah. Which is
Indeed.
odd.
He was in this. Oh yeah, you dropped him off with the rabbit guy
Yep.
in that tower.
Knick-Knack
right? Yeah, okay.
left
Gotcha.
right
Yep.
as
Yes.
Cacophony joined.
Okay.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh, he's a gnome, right?
He is a gnome.
The little gnome we left in the Fey realm is in this one. I think I never spoke with him. I was there, but Knick-Knack, yes? Knick-Knack is here, right here.
Can you save him?
I don't know if he needs
As
save.
Anthony says, he's here, right here, and he points.
I accidentally
touched it.
tap it.
The mirror sucks him in.
I knew it!
Yo!
He hates spellcasters.
What are we, Mary Poppins?
And you now see Anthony in the frame.
That's so cool.
Are we
I
able
like
to watch
this.
him while he's in
Just
there?
tell me what you do.
Join me.
I mean, does his body disappear?
His body disappears and he is in the frame.
Oh,
Ray will
great.
run up. Does she see Anthony?
Anthony and Knick-Knack are now in the frame around a hovering, glowing rock.
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna go
not
in
good.
after him. Ray will touch it.
You touch it, and nothing
runs
happens.
full
Oh,
force.
we have
You
individual
run full
mirrors.
force,
Yeah,
and
that's
nothing happens.
You
hurt
smash it, and I'm
yourself.
trapped in there forever.
Oh,
Does
no.
she knocks on it? Does Anthony like respond to her knocking?
I look up to where I was looking from,
Roll perception.
and I moon in that direction.
Looking at you
Drop
through the
trow
glass.
immediately.
Roll perception.
So do
Full
we see
moon
that?
tonight on this one tree.
17.
17. You look up, and there is a twilight sky, which you know is the nighttime of the Feywild.
Okay.
But you're also not sure if this is the Feywild, because you know that Knick-Knack was soul surfing through some overlaps in the plains.
Okay.
And what he described to you sounded like the Feywild, but it also sounded like some of the plains that are described in the Eberron pantheon of plains. And
Solanas?
Thalanis in particular,
Okay.
which is the Twilight Forest, as well as
Not supposed to be winter, though.
it's not supposed to be
Not
winter,
supposed to be winter.
as well as Eberron's rendition of the Feywild, which is referred to as, I am blanking. If only P. Farce was on, he'd tell me in a
That
moment.
happened to me once. That's how I realized mine was expired.
Did you hit him with a come on?
You're like, your
Do
life
I look
expired
under
3
21?
months ago.
No,
It's like,
that's
seriously?
fine.
Thalanis is the Feywild, and Lamania is the
Lamania.
Twilight Forest.
Okay.
So you get the sense of these, except clearly
This is where Francis
Rissia,
lives. Used to live.
which is the plane of ice, should not be manifesting here. but there is snow everywhere. So
Right.
this is an odd thing.
Francis used to live here.
This is an odd thing. All right, that is what Anthony is doing.
Cool.
What are the rest of you doing?
I guess I chose
Whoa.
correctly.
I guess so.
I guess I should go and maybe I could save those villagers.
Maybe this
Which
is
one?
a one person at a time thing.
Though,
It seems like.
well, first, do you see any writing in Elvish?
I was gonna
Ooh.
like, are these affixed to the walls?
I shouldn't
They
have
are?
pointed.
Are there any like
I'm dead.
inscriptions, like a placard under each one, saying anything?
They are.
Don't
Okay.
touch it.
Each one
No
says
water after
what I
midnight.
described it as saying.
Okay.
So this is this is
the titles.
described.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is described as the
Frozen
frozen
forest.
woods.
So
Alright.
we all saw in our passing glance of it that there appears to be at least multiple instances of something being held by a figure in the mirror. So then, in response to you, I would say, well, clearly, and I'm not pointing, clearly Anthony just got sucked into one. There's obviously other scenes here. We might have to divide and conquer. And if that's the case, you have strength on your side. I think you might be best suited to the dragon one, or maybe the one with the physical chains.
Chains woven.
I could probably help the villagers with sanctuary and getting her away from.
Okay, I can do the dragon.
I feel really called to that one though. I don't know why.
Okay,
With the dark elves.
Mm.
that's true.
Good call. The first one? Or
Yeah.
the second one?
I
or
was
whatever?
just gonna smash him and kill him, but.
What can I do? I will.
Is there any,
You all
is there
can
any
still
other
inspect the things more closely if there are more details you seek.
So I would like to inspect the one. Actually,
Mr.
this is gonna be weird.
Mr.
Should we
Light.
say Hither?
You haven't spoken
No,
to
not
and
yet.
your
That
charisma
might
base?
f with him.
Okay.
Did we not get anything?
So yes.
Can I, before we go any further, I'm gonna cast Death Ward. Oh,
Would've been nice.
Yeah, you.
Chains.
You
Well,
pointed. I'm
ready,
gonna go on
fire,
that one,
aim.
but,
I was thinking later with the chains.
that's what I was wondering. I'll get to that in a second. So that's a 4th level spell, and I will twin that.
Ooh. Winky, which one you going to?
You got free twins, right? Oh, not of that.
Winky
yeah.
is touching
I forget you
the
have that.
frozen woods and
Oh, I
trying
forget.
I don't think
to.
it's gonna work there, but
Winky,
You
come
can free.
I have a
He
sash
goes up
that I
next
can
to you,
to
Ray.
basically use my action turn to apply meta magic to other spells.
Looks
Yeah.
over and just is
You've
ready
got
to
him on
follow.
your side.
That's the
So-
sash thing.
Unless you want to.
I would like someone who's, you know,
But you
got
could
some
twin
good
bless however you
charisma.
wanted.
Possibly Yukakophony
Ace, that's
or Celine. Maybe
Where am I
to,
going?
For Witch Light?
just to talk to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Oh, you're going.
They knew we were looking. Don't touch.
They're also, they kind of stand out. They're not
It's
like
different. They're not
the
in snow,
others.
right?
I'm wondering if they're not cursed in this mirror.
Manny says, you mean this one? Touches it.
So I really am. I want to look at the village one, but I want someone with good charisma, maybe to talk to the 2 souls that have
That's what I
I
said.
was thinking man.
some
She should do
interaction. Or actually, we have 3 people that
Oh,
could do
yeah,
that.
shoot.
I'm just saying. I'm looking over here. Over here.
Before I make
and you're there.
You're all in the center of the room at this point.
I could do the dragon one. And then
You
if-
did kick its ass before.
Thank you.
The next time you look at my mirror, I'm dead and bloody
and it's
on
a
the
room
ground.
full of light, and you have the
Putting that up.
tier.
I was kind of interested in
Water
seeing
drop,
what the
whatever.
statue had to offer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to see a really
Mm.
quick, the chained statue visage. Is that at all similar to the visions that I've had of my
Please
guide?
roll perception.
Ooh.
I'm
As-
going. Do I have advantages? Can I use an advantage on this?
That's a good
Don't
question.
touch it.
Yeah, don't touch. We can get way more information.
You
guys are
actually
perfectly
don't.
calm.
I don't
I
have any
disappeared.
advantages.
You're the only one that has.
I'm in the mirror.
No,
Everybody
actually,
shoot.
right, you don't have any
you
either.
all watch as Anthony seems to be
And I have to get rid of one.
discussing something with Knick-Knack.
You
Yeah.
said perception, right?
Yes.
Perception.
Okay, then I'm going to guide myself. Try and help out here.
That's concentration, so if you have any other concentration
I mean-
spells, they
I don't think
drop.
Death Ward's concentration.
Okay.
13,
Right there.
perception. 16.
Today,
16.
Junior.
Okay. This looks exactly like your vision.
Ah.
Okay,
Alright, so that one's
I need to get
yours.
in there. I'm Death Ward myself, and I will Death Ward,
Hope that mirror was
Cacophony.
Yeah, come on.
Okay.
Good call. I am proactively revivifying as much as I can.
You got all the promises of God. Come on.
Amazing.
All right.
Okay.
Promises again.
So you're approaching that mirror?
And then one last thing before I go. I think I can also cast Aid.
Aid is
Did you
not
add that?
concentration. You can.
Mm-hmm.
What's the last mirror for you?
Which is up to 3 creatures. So that's going to be
So there's still
myself.
Cinder
Warforged
Waste.
one. Yep, that's
Oh,
the
the
war.
Cinder
Yeah.
Waste.
Or
And there's still Witch and
Witch Light. Yeah.
Well, I think Manny's doing Witch and Light.
Oh.
No, he was gonna do the.
Frozen.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
I was gonna do this one, but then it's definitely
It seems
not
like
mine.
this
Oh,
one's for
yes.
Carissa or
Okay.
Celine.
So I cast Aid as well.
Are
That's
they
going to
designed
be
for us?
on
Did I pick the
myself,
right one?
Cacophony, and Hasheen. So you
What
guys,
aid?
5 points. Your
Alright.
maximum goes up.
Each of you has AIDS.
That is true.
Full blown.
Technically speaking.
I'm sorry, who did you do it on?
Myself, Hasheen, and Cacophony. You have
Plus
a lot
5.
of HP.
No, yeah.
That is 5, yeah.
Alright.
And
Wonderful.
So again, I'm going to
spell,
reiterate.
good
I
spell.
think somebody with charisma should talk to Witch and Light.
I think that's a good idea.
Agreed.
It doesn't
Oh.
feel sexy, but I bet we're going to get good information. I think we should be talking now before anyone else makes impetuous decisions to jump before they look.
I didn't hear that.
I can go.
Celine, do you approach the mirror?
I want to, but I want to wait to make sure everybody else gets their destination selected first.
Okay.
Manny, I've known you for like 12 minutes. But I've seen you call a spade and cut through crap pretty good.
Mhm.
If there's a chance for Mr. Witch and Mr. Light to talk with a loosened tongue in this environment,
Might be me.
it's you.
Ooh.
And I, getting a little meta here, I don't think I have as much to do with the rest of the scenes personally.
That's true. I think the Cinder Waste may
Seems
not.
poignant for you, seeing as when you joined the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are less callbacks on the others. Yeah.
Mm.
You know what'd be funny is if he shoved one of us out of the way and jumped into our backstory and then fixed our own problems better than we could.
He's Dr. Phil. Okay.
That'd been a good voice.
So, yeah. Okay. So, could you maybe start your conversation before? I want to see if they give up anything before I maybe jump.
I would like to try this to start my conversation outside of the mirror.
Oh, yeah.
good
No,
idea.
100%. Yeah.
He'll try to talk through the mirror.
What do you say?
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, can you hear me?
He follows that with shalalalang dong.
Make it like a hi.
You see Witch and Light not break their gaze from looking at each other, and you hear Mr. Witch speak for the first time as he looks at Light, and Witch is, you recall, the one who's kind of in the old suit, kind of formal 3-piece with vest, has the cane and the top hat, kind of burly, and he has the cane and he's kind of on the cane and he says, "Well, Mr. Light, it seems that we finally have something to talk about."
And he stops there.
That's what he says.
You have to hit A for the next progression. Cutscene.
What are the rest of you doing?
Do I see anything else in the picture? In
Light just kind of leans in. He is dressed in his jester outfit, and he has the wind vane,
Yep.
and he just kind of spins it in his hand. He says, "Oh, it was about time. I was getting a little bored sitting around here, yeah."
So their tongues are loosened in some way.
But
it
they
seems.
aren't breaking contact.
They are
on
looking
each
at
other.
each other only, and they are addressing each other only.
They're also trapped.
Or someone's watching them.
Do I recognize?
It's a classic. I'm talking to you, but I'm actually talking over here, because someone can only see and can't hear.
Is that a classic?
Spies.
We'll make it one.
Yeah.
So are they revealing secrets to him?
Well, if that's the case,
Total guess. Throwing it out there.
if someone's
not here.
watching them,
Bark twice if you're in Milwaukee. Baxter!
if someone's watching them and they can't talk because someone's watching them,
Pork pudding?
I think
then-
there's more, but yeah,
but then I don't necessarily have to be there. I need to see what they're trying to say to
that
each other.
very well could be the case too, which is why we want to talk before we jump with them.
Yeah.
We need more information.
They
which
can't
now-
hear me, or it seems.
Well,
like
you've
they can.
approached the mirror.
Yeah.
And you've spoken, and then they spoke, but they never looked in your direction. They had eyes locked on each other.
Keep it going, baby.
Okay.
And what are you doing, Ray?
Do I recognize the Warforge in the picture?
Nice.
Do you approach that picture?
Do you want to do the Warforge or the dragon? Probably I'll take
Light
the dragon. I
question.
should take the dragon.
Coffee's like, it's a tough one.
Tough choice.
Ancient ice dragon whom we just defeated.
Is the dragon standing in a dumpster?
Can I glance and
This
see
man
if
is-
I quick recognize
As long as you don't touch it, you're probably good.
the Warforge on my way to the
I
dragon?
didn't
You
try
can
to.
perceive the
when acting goes wrong.
It's the closest picture.
Just
'cause,
if I could give her a name.
I mean,
If I
as-
just recognize her.
as you look at the frozen cinder wastes, you do recognize the Warforged. This is, he has
Yeah, I
a
really-
poncho, not unlike Manny's poncho.
Yeah,
He used to have a kind of a
Yep.
7-gallon hat, 10-gallon hat. It's gone, and his poncho is ripped. And the there are there's the wreckage of what you now see. It's not depicted on the map. It's just outside of the vision of the map here, because he seems to be away from, but what looks to be the remains of a ranch that has been obliterated.
okay.
Oh, okay.
So this
can
is
throw
where
themselves around.
Hecate's Fathom was.
We went to
Seemingly.
buy
Yes.
the
Okay.
little
It's
baby dragons, right?
Kind of close to where I think I got
Yoink.
taken.
And me paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take
Everybody's
this one.
Roll-
gonna
roll
get
history
me.
check.
Was that a year ago? Because I
Paranoia,
just had a kid.
paranoia, Everybody's coming
Goodness.
to get me. Just
What?
had a kid.
Am I rolling history?
the
I'm
time.
sorry.
History,
Oh, a year
yep.
ago, yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's when
6.
you.
6.
Yes.
You remember that there were 3 of these Warforged, and each of their names started with S, but
Mm.
you don't remember what the names were.
And I lost
Six
those.
That's actually a
shooter,
good question. What if we touch
sexy.
2 at the same time?
I might have this written down somewhere.
Yeah,
Samantha.
You can go buy a baby dragon.
You weren't there. You didn't meet any of them.
That's true.
And Celine was. You hear this. You can roll history to try to help if you'd like. Manny was not there either.
And I'm not here.
Sapphirus.
And Anthony is not here.
Sassafras.
I rolled a 19.
19.
Sarsaparilla.
So you remember their
Chartreuse.
names.
That's
the
a C,
leader's
sorry.
name was Six.
Mm.
That's
and
right.
It was a feminine
Oh, that was-
manifesting Warforge
that was a long
who
time ago.
used a firearm as a weapon.
a 6-shooter.
There was a
So clever, Steve.
large one that kind of walked with a quarterstaff.
Mm.
That was known as Sheriff,
Hmm.
who was a cleric. He was the one who healed.
You killed me.
Yep, Celine. He healed you. You remember him vividly.
Mm.
It's neither of those two, however, in the picture. The
Mm.
one that's in the picture was referred to as Saddle, and he has a large sword that is strapped across his back as he is pounding on what looks to be a grave marker.
Well, grave. That's yours.
Ooh.
All right.
Collect some memories.
Yep.
she just shows up. Sorry, I know you're grieving, but
Excuse me.
I need to get into his head.
So Lorraine will make her way over to the dragon.
you? You should touch it with the skeleton, not your other hand.
What if they touch 2 at the same time?
So that is what you see in that
Not possible.
picture.
Science.
And this information of their names is shared with you, Cacophony. So you know 6 Sheriff, and in particular, Saddle,
Saddle.
who is there.
Nice.
You also know that this was the place where, not too far away, the Thakwa,
Oh yeah, my Thakwa
Thakwa.
poop.
the
Thakwa
Thakwa,
did
You were
its
just talking
stalking.
about
I
that.
was just talking about that.
yep, and you also, not far from there, fought the Nightmare Dragon.
I hate that thing.
Oh,
Yes, I
this
remember
is
that.
definitely your abode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Touch the mirror.
All right.
I'd rather not do any of
What
it.
are the rest of
to be
you?
honest.
You still need.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have either.
What
if
are
I
you
had a
doing,
choice.
Hashim?
Going to the village one.
Roll perception.
Hey, Celine. I'd want to make sure I see everything here. Can you guidance me?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad to.
15.
I have guidance, but
15.
I'm never gonna guidance anymore.
You try to focus in on the village elder, and you note that the person that he's speaking to, you don't see very clearly because of the obstruction, oddly, of the roof doesn't allow his face to be seen, as if this figure is very intentional in where it's standing, and as the hands are moving and the conversation is going, you see the elder kind of shaking his head and kind of acknowledging but not really talking back, and then kind of glancing around, and then you see the hands that go out and kind of making a calming motion, and then like a gesture and a plea. Roll history.
Real quick, so Jake gets an understanding. So the one that was you said was like huddled and gripping something was with the slick back blonde hair.
Silver hair. Yeah.
Silver hair is now a he, and the one.
No, I mean I'm just using those pronouns.
Okay.
Yes, it's the village elder.
And then it's talking to someone off camera, so to speak.
Correct.
Okay, so it was no longer than clutching; it was gesturing.
No. The person
Who's
that was
off
speaking
camera,
to it
I
is
saw
gesturing.
hands.
Correct.
Okay.
You see the hands. Think of, instead of the face is obscured,
yeah.
but the coming out from
Gotcha.
behind
Like a-
you see the hands.
Like a shadow or something out of the shadow. or
Yeah, and
whatever.
you do see the hands clearly.
What
the
color?
hands are a kind of a pale white.
I accept.
Okay.
That's why I'm having you roll history.
Understood.
You have a diamond?
Good.
I'm good at that.
I don't think so.
18.
18. The hand, his left hand, you recognize a ruby ring. These are the hands of Dimitri.
Ah, I choose that one.
Yeah, she immediately touches the mirror.
Excuse me, what are you doing here?
That's my boyfriend.
So one thing I want to look at too,
Please
because
take
I
over.
see kind of the whole scene from an isometric view. Does this look like it is?
Does he have that I don't?
Can I get an understanding of the time frame with which this may have happened or is happening?
Oh.
Doesn't look like.
That's what you see.
So the architecture
Winter.
doesn't lend itself to looking older or younger, or this is new age
It
style.
looks like, I mean, you don't know anything about the Feywild, but it looks like what you imagine a spring village to look like.
All right.
In the
Just trying to see if maybe this was a glimpse in the past.
You have no idea of the time frame here. However, all you do know is when Anthony entered in, he was immediately in conversation with Knick-Knack.
One more thing I want to look at, the people that are searching around the Dark Elves.
Yep.
Any special are they all in a uniform, a similar uniform? Do they look like me?
They all look like they're in the form of the Court of Winter.
Okay. Hey. I'm diving in.
Be safe.
Wait, can you see what he's holding?
No. Could I?
Clutching something is in each of the images, the thing that is being clutched is not clear.
Obfuscated.
Yes.
You might say the magic words to get out.
Yeah.
Hither,
I'm not.
y'all?
I'm not saying it out loud, but I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, here I go, and I fall back in like a scuba diver.
Okay. Where are you?
He smashes
Where
the
are
mirror.
you looking when you enter in?
All
Well,
hope
if
is
I fall back
lost.
in like a scuba diver, nowhere. So I'm not gonna stick with that line. I mean, I think clearly I'm looking in that room where the gesturing's going. Like I see a candle that's lit in there, so there's a bright spot. kind of next to the person clutching, and that's where I would like to go. You're not going to let that happen, but that's where I'd like to go.
Well, no,
I touch that spot with my finger.
You do, and as you do,
pinch and
you
zoom.
appear on the roof,
Nice.
and there
Slide down.
it is all roof. You cannot see anything underneath the roof.
Okay.
And I want you to roll a stealth check for how you enter into the scene.
Santa!
Freaking got this.
It's a clay roof, and it is slanted at a... What angle would you say that is?
90.
90-degree angle.
But you slide stealthily.
Did my
28.
music stop again?
I think
Yes,
we're at
it
Why
about
does it keep
30
doing that?
miles per... 30 degrees. 30 degree slant. You immediately begin slipping. Dexterity save.
28.
Okay, very good. We are going to
You succeed.
move on to the next. The snow shifts a little bit, but does not fall off of the roof, as you are able to catch yourself on the crown of the roof, the crest, and hold yourself and take in kind of the full scene, which will play out when we come back. Who is doing what next?
I'll do the dragon.
Okay. You approach the dragon, Ray. Okay. And
Ooh, that was a cool
see the
hit.
dragon. As I said before, it is
It looks like a turtle.
laid out
Turtle.
on the ground, clutching in it, to its chest something.
Grass.
Can I see if it's breathing?
Roll perception.
God.
Ooh.
I guess I should have made some rolls before I went.
17.
It's just not your
13.
style.
Does not appear to be breathing.
Oh, this is easy.
Is it? Can I see what it's holding?
Not with the 17.
17. Can I?
Look again.
Do I feel connected to the ice in this room through the tier? Like, do I feel like I'd be able to, from this side, like manipulate it?
You do not.
Ooh, good question though.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, I think this is my call. Ray would like to, because she saw Hashin kind of choose, so she would kind of like to go behind one of the ice, kind of like in hiding, behind the dragon.
Okay. Winky is following behind you.
Ooh.
Okay.
Good, so I can kill innocents now.
I'll hold his hand so we can come in together.
Killed knick-knack.
Okay. And
For
doing
no
that,
reason.
you
Slaughter.
both kind of
'Cause I can.
appear in the corner. Okay. Very good. We know this scene.
Get in there, coffee.
Yep.
If you want to make any
I-
observations, I'll wait for you to go.
Are we all in our mirrors?
Not
Except
yet.
for you?
No, it's me and
Celine
Cacophony left.
Oh, you two.
Cough.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll guide
I think you
Cacophony if there's anything that
you
you
might
want
be
to
our bridge
expect
back.
before you appear.
Okay.
If it doesn't work for
Yep,
you
I'm
guys
going
saying
to the
it,
Cinder
maybe it works for
Wastes.
me saying it.
Okay. Cacophony goes to the Cinder Wastes. Cacophony, you are appearing where? Next to the Warforged, who is...
I'd probably try to go.
Take his neck.
Don't
Right
want to
in front
like
of them.
Right on his back.
shock him and show
Shock
up
him.
right there. I'd rather appear somewhere off a little bit so I can walk up.
Okay. So you...
And it doesn't necessarily matter where.
Unfortunately,
That's
the
fine.
ice was weak in that location, and you fall into the ocean.
You
But ocean is the Cinder
manifest
Waste.
into the Cinder Wastes,
Oh, yeah.
a place in which you don't have very fond memories.
Nope.
And there is an immediate kind of crunch underneath your feet as the frozen soot feels your weight, and the Warforged looks up and draws his sword
Tell me you're the angel of death.
and we'll move to Celine.
Wouldn't it be weird if you were the only one who didn't survive?
Totally weird.
I should have said Winky in with her.
That is the ending of every
I'll be
fight
good.
we've had.
Dang, this is such a cool map,
You'll
Matt.
talk your way out of this.
That's one
Yeah,
of
I'll
my
be
favorite
fine.
video
Stop.
Good luck.
reviews. I know, it also is
This
the
is-
scariest one.
This is totally
Yeah,
the
it
boss.
is.
Don't want to go out here.
This is the boss. Yep.
That's Cursa speaking. Okay,
Totally isn't
so I'll
Mephistopheles
get closer
tomb.
to it and I do want to examine if there's anything
Sit
in
on the
these,
throne, you won't.
No, just touch the altar right now.
in these pillars that are like etched into the walls or motifs or anything in this room.
Roll perception.
Dare you to feed it some blood.
Knowledge is power, but power is corruption.
Nothing bad
so
could come
good
from
luck.
that.
Ooh, 19 on the die. So that's a 22 with perception. I would have guided myself. So 4 on the die, so 26.
There are several runes on the pillars that are around, all magical in nature. You are more of a divine caster, but with a 24 and having hung out enough with Anthony
Don't say Anthony. Darn it.
and Hugo,
There we
I
go.
will allow you to roll an Arcana check.
I would never have shared any information with this monster.
Crit and a 4 on the
Holy
D4.
cow.
So
Okay, well,
it's always when Azazel's involved. I roll like weird.
I'm
20s.
going to disregard the guidance since this is kind of like a secondary.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
But the crit allows you to determine that these are all abjuration type runes. Abjuration magic, is typically used for protection type magic. However, that can also be flipped around to not only be kind of protection to keep things out, but also protection
Healing.
to keep things in.
Okay. Looks real friendly. All right, I'm going in.
Okay. You appear where?
In the dumpster up there.
Yeah, is there a dumpster nearby? I think I would appear at the edge of. No, so the chains are radiating out. I want to appear out of that circle.
Yeah, the chains are all they are manifesting and kind of coming up through the energy that is in kind of the center pool, and then they intertwine around Azazel in his statuesque form here.
Okay.
That's nuts. You're seeing Azazel finally.
I know, that's crazy. Then I guess
This is
Celine would
big.
just appear in front of him. There's really nowhere to hide.
Is
Nope.
this her Azazel or like the real Azazel?
I guess we'll find out.
Oh, I don't like the looks of just me there. I don't like that. That makes me so uncomfortable.
You appear,
You wanted this.
I didn't.
and
This is your
immediately
god.
the
Yeah, play her
the chained figure slightly shifts
Rips one.
and looks down.
It's a real airy one too.
ruined the moment.
leans to its side.
Do it once for help and twice for no.
I've been saving that one for whoever visited first.
Thinking cloud is cast.
You immediately get the sense that you are not in the Feywild.
Not in Kansas.
You can certainly seek to ascertain.
Shoot, where are you?
You are in a space, you look up, there is no sky. It is a silver purple void.
Okay.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
You look to your right and left, and you are completely surrounded by these pillars of earth which shoot up into the space around you in ever heightening, ever increasing heights.
Mm.
The bluish energy reverberates in front of you with a cadence and a rhythm which you immediately kind of feel. Woof, 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 woof. That is the energy, you feel it in your chest, just with the pound and the reverberation, there is a shaking of the ground. You look and you see the footprints that you saw from outside the mural. Now up close, they look to be very large.
Oh no.
See you never. It's a
I'm
large
dying
ass
here. Oh no.
And Azazel, as his head turns, if there could be a look of surprise or a jolt of recognition in a chained figure that can't move, that's exactly what it would do. And immediately you see a straining
Oh, he loves you.
and
Ew.
a attempt to speak, though he cannot because his mouth is chained through.
Oh.
And then you realize that what you are seeing, this statue of Azazel, is not the true form of Azazel. It's not him materially there. It is a depiction of his actual location, but the chain, the anchor that is here, is one of the anchors that binds him.
Ooh.
Which is why the form looks like a statue, why it looks to be almost a stone depiction, because it is a manifestation of Azazel's reality, but not the true form. And as that realization comes through, the figure that made the footprints steps out from behind, and you see what looks to be a fair-skinned man with almost like a kilt on that is white, but at the base of the kilt is covered in dried blood. He is barefooted, and in his right hand he has a giant mace.
I regret everything.
Or
back.
it's I'll get there. With kind of, it's just kind of dangling down.
The mace, right?
Yeah.
It's cold in there.
It's very cold.
Gotcha.
You notice his eyes are a sickly yellow, as if the once vibrant yellow that was there has been drawn out. And at his back, you see white wings which have been chopped in twain that are covered in blood. And you see red runes which are carved into his skin all around.
Oof. I'd leave if I were you.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
Wrong door.
Super creepy.
He
That's intense.
Do you
looks
remember the
at
code
you,
words?
and in a ethereal voice which is garbled and broken,
Pickle,
as if
pickle, and
this
mickle.
figure hasn't spoken in millennia.
Oi.
He looks at you and kind of cocks his head, his eyes almost deadened, sickly, and without any sort of emotion in his face. He looks at you and he says, "Interloper, why seek you the chained devil?"
The chained devil.
Finally, you realize. You think he's lying, though?
Maybe.
This is the Hall of Illusions.
And that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're still stuck with me?
Yeah, I haven't moved
I was
up yet.
really hoping you were gonna move on.
And we're moving on.
Oh no! That's what.
Decisions?
He said, "Interloper, why seek you the chained devil?" Celine doesn't
Steps
make
closer.
any move yet to.
He's about 15 feet tall. Roll a history check.
Ah, okay.
This is Archangel
Badly.
Michael.
I rolled bad. I rolled a 4 on the die. With a +3, so it's a 7.
That's not great.
I got nervous.
I think Raphael beat him, actually. Is it? He has a red bandana. And he looks like a turtle.
What'd you roll? I'm sorry.
7.
7. This does look like an angel to you.
Oh my god.
However,
I'm so screwed.
however, it is clearly fallen.
Yeah.
But It is a deva, a fallen deva, which you know because of your celestial origin yourself.
Oh yeah, you're special.
You know that a deva is not the strongest of angels. Those are referred to as
You got this.
solars. But a deva is no slouch. Powerful and capable. And you are afraid.
Don't worry, guys. My buff character will solo. bless until I die quickly.
Can you revive yourself after you die?
No.
She
So he
did-
said,
she did
interloper, why
cast,
seek you the chained devil? Celine would respond, which chained devil do you refer to by name? And I would take a step back so that there's still an equal distance between us.
You begin circling.
What you talking about, Willis?
And the whole time I'm cutting eyes to Azazel, like, help me out here. Do something.
Azazel is struggling.
Yeah.
And
Hit him on the head.
I offer him spinach puffs.
Oh no, my spinach puffs.
And I put all of my drugs into him.
that's so.
I'm gonna roofie him. That's how I'll get him.
Surely the interloper knows the name of the one it seeks.
What is your role here?
I am the steward of the chains. As he rushes
Oh boy.
and stops.
See ya.
Who are you? And why shouldn't you die?
I suggest lying profusely.
It doesn't matter either way. Are we not cutting scenes yet? We're still in it?
I want to
a cool
see how you
story.
answer.
Sorry, you said who are you
Why shouldn't you die?
and why shouldn't I die?
Yeah.
I like breathing.
Compelling.
Somebody's got to keep
I'm
Cacophony
just
alive.
here to-
So
Expect
Celine will
change.
look back at him.
I'm still
She's
watching.
clearly unsettled. I don't think she's never seen a fallen celestial being before, and he doesn't understand personal space either, and that's great.
Maybe you
So-
can heal him.
Yeah, I'll look back at him, and
That's
my eyes are going to look at the bloody stumps of his wings, and Celine will just say, "My name is Celine, and I'll die when my work is done,
Oh boy.
but not before."
And what is your work, pretender?
So we went from interloper to pretender. Make
He
up
sees
your
your
mind.
garb.
Yeah,
I like that.
does he see the red cord of Ilmater on there?
You don't know.
Okay,
He-
cool. Well then,
He's leaned in and is looking at you. You presume he's taken you in.
His breath smells like JB's coffee.
it's
been
made it all the
snacking.
way to the...
He has changed his reference to you to pretender.
I'm not lying!
You're lying.
How about you stay in your own scene and moon people, huh?
I already did.
That's funny.
Complete.
Celine will touch the icon of Ilmater that's wrapped around her wrist, and I'll say, "My work is to serve Ilmater, to alleviate suffering, and to extend all that is good in this world in whatever fashion I can." And then, before, as he's laughing, I'll look at him and I'll say, "What work were you charged with before you fell?"
One taken by the light of good, of sacrifice. What good has sacrifice gotten us, brother?
Oh my god. What do I do? Who sacrificed you?
I was not sacrificed.
Yeah.
I chose
He sacrificed.
the true light. And as he laughs, all of the runes glow bright red upon him.
Do I recognize any of those runes?
Roll history.
Marissa
With
does.
advantage? Because I'm stressed.
Marissa probably put all those runes on.
They say that stress heightens mental acuity.
For some people.
For me, it's the opposite.
Remember when you rolled a crit fail?
In
So-
every circumstance, it's mattered. 14. Perception.
14.
Oh, wait, was it history or perception?
History.
History.
Same thing, 14.
14. They are
Just to clarify.
they are infernal runes,
Awesome.
Oh, no.
Awesome.
which is to be clear, it is different than abyssal runes. These are runes of a devil, not runes of a demon.
Which
These are
the
player
void
players.
was associated with demons,
These
right?
are players.
Yes.
I'm trying to think back. Yeah. So this is different.
What was your name and what is it now?
I fought with Zariel for more millennia than you could fathom against the forces of, well, what you would call darkness. This one, this coward, did not commit when the time drew nigh. And so, we captured him, not punishing him for his wickedness, and are destroying all of his children, and watching him watch them suffer endless torment. Right, pretender? He snaps his fingers and you are racked with terrible pain. You drop to your knees as your back is overwhelmed with a terrible, numbing pain. Your eyes go bright white for a moment as you can barely even concentrate on his voice as it laughs at you mockingly.
Not to worry. I
Sounds
take
like
out my
someone-
morphine.
Doesn't have very many friends.
We're going to pause there.
Oh my god, oh my god. Move on.
Manny, you are watching all of this.
Oh yeah! It's going well for me.
You see that Celine is struggling mightily. You also see Cacophony.
I am dividing my attention really well.
I feel like one of your eyes is
Your
on
eyes-
both me.
Mr. Deed's crazy eyes. This guy casting a spell on me. Or maybe he's waving hello.
As
She's doubled over laughing. It must be going well.
Saddle
They must have told a joke.
raises his sword to you.
Okay.
Says, I reckon I remember you. Went down into the fathom. And then it exploded. And killed Six and Sheriff. And all our dragons.
You chose incorrectly.
Why are you here? And why shouldn't I cut you down?
Son of a gun.
Everyone wants to kill us.
Well, that's news to me.
Roll a deception check.
Love it.
God.
I mean,
Hold on.
Cacophony.
I have to
What
use talking about
explosion?
advantage.
Crazy.
You imagined all of it. You never had brothers or dragons.
Well, I don't think we saw anything explode. I think
I mean, we
just
exploded out of it.
But we didn't know.
That we killed them.
Technically,
We went somewhere
we
totally
didn't
different.
try.
All right,
We
deception.
just kind of happened to be there.
You can do it. I believe in you.
19.
19.
Nice.
The sword kind of wavers for a moment. Well, what do you know?
Well, we went down, and then we ended up on a totally different plane with a dragon and ice, and we totally left here, and it didn't look like this when
You
we
don't
left.
actually remember. This is good.
I literally don't
I
remember.
mean, you were
This
dead
was a
when you
year
got
ago.
stuck through.
Oh,
Oh, I wasn't I?
Yeah, one of the many times.
And
yeah.
then I died.
You solved some crime. You were dead.
So I don't really know what happened, but
Well, Six and Sheriff are dead too. And after you went down, the Fathom blew up. You didn't cause that? As he leans in and steps away from the grave that has Sheriff scrawled on it.
That's an easy one. You did not cause that.
That was me.
You also, as he steps away, you see that there is a trinket that is hung around his neck. That looks to be a stained glass piece on a chain, which he did not have on that. It's a very vibrant, bright glass. He did not wear before.
well,
And as he walks, it's as if he is not even aware that it's there. It's just kind of on him.
I didn't cause anything to explode. And I don't think any of my friends did that, at least not knowingly either.
Roll deception.
9.
it did bounce out of the box.
It did. It did, but
Okay, go ahead and
Why
reroll.
don't you put it? Why don't you put it in your skull of good luck?
Nice. That's
okay,
great.
that's so much better. That's a 21.
He takes a step forward again. Then why did it blow up?
Use your error. Warranties invalid.
You said you was looking for the core and all that water that came out
Oh, that's when I found Mr. Clammy, right?
that came
Nice.
gushing through that mighty deluge. Well, at first it just washed everything away, and then it all turned to ice and crushed us, broke up the land, and killed Sheriff and Six. How'd that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know if that's deception or persuasion.
How'd you die? And how'd you come back to life?
So, I don't know if you remember Celine in our party. She brought me back to life.
You mean the one that Sheriff brought back to life?
Yes, that one.
That's convenient.
But I don't know why everything is ice. It was hot when we left. And very, very dry.
It's not now.
I can see that. Is there anything I can do for you?
Can you bring Sheriff or Six back to life?
No.
But
Are you sure?
I don't know if I would think.
I'll try. Oh, fair enough.
But I can steal your belongings.
And your memories.
That would make you more grateful for what you've got left.
But I can take their memories and preserve them in the library of the Raven Queen so that they can live on. Or at least.
Roll persuasion.
You got it. Good
It's not
company.
bad.
Woo! That was a good
Yikes.
try.
Come on.
Ro-
Advantage.
Advantage.
It's out of the box.
This
Dang
is
it! Is that your feather
She
dice?
rolled a 1,
It
a
is.
2, and a 3.
But I can steal their memories.
Why
What's it
would
for?
you take their memories?
Oh, I don't have to.
I just want to.
Why are you here?
That's a great question.
That's a great answer.
So I was looking in a mirror in a fun house at you.
So much fun.
If the Warforged's face could turn incredulous, he just kind of like leans back. Continue.
So what's the meaning of the necklace you have on? It's a unique piece.
What necklace?
Yeah.
He starts getting closer to you. I'm not sure I believe everything you're saying.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I believe it either. To be honest, this is a little crazy. Oh boy. How close are we?
He's about
Snatch
he's
the-
about 15 feet away.
Okay.
Do it. Make the wrong move.
He,
It's fun to make the wrong
he
move.
takes a step closer.
I'd like to try and run up and grab the necklace.
Oh, can I have the wine first, please?
Okay. All right.
Comes with this one. I'm gonna steal it so I can show you.
You're trying to run up to,
I'm gonna
to him.
go in there with her.
Okay. I need you first.
Possibly.
I
What could
need
you
I
possibly
need
make
to roll
worse
initiative,
decisions that would-
and you need to roll initiative.
Can I please have the wine? Or the
I am
bottle
going
of
to roll. I'm going to
rum,
roll this on the map.
whiskey.
Don't worry, guys. Our strength as a party is our 1v1.
Not that one.
You know what I just thought of? We probably could have all like held hands and then touched the mirror together.
And tackled it all together.
I don't think that would have worked.
I think this
I
is
rolled
the
the
point.
19.
Yeah.
What'd you roll?
I'm about to need that.
Not that.
To go with
pretty
my
good.
1, 2, 3, there's a 4.
I don't like
Okay.
the first one.
So you begin
You're moving.
rushing forward. He is not engaging with you, so his first to act, he does not attack you or anything. You rush up to him, and what do you seek to do?
Grab the necklace.
Grab his.
Stab him.
I'm gonna yell, I feel like this isn't supposed to be there, and try to grab the necklace.
Okay, I need you to roll a sleight of hand.
Roll a 5.
Pretend like you're hugging him out of grief.
I'm gonna use an advantage.
Wait, roll it in your hand. You plop it. It hurts me. Roll.
I don't know if I can use another advantage. 15.
15 is
better.
enough
That's better.
for you
That's
to
good. That's good.
grasp on to the necklace. And as you do so, he looks down and he says, "That's 6s. Get your hands off it."
Wait, what?
As he takes his hands and clamps them over yours.
All right, well, you said you weren't wearing a necklace.
That's not a necklace, it's a cross.
Oh. This feels like semantics.
No, so
He might not be thinking it's a necklace.
what you see is a
stained glass.
piece
Yeah.
of stained glass that is there.
It's illusion.
Oh!
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And you know,
So wait, what is? You're the most non-charismatic, high charisma person, and it's so funny because you went so far in the opposite direction. You looped right around to high charisma.
all right, we're gonna pause there. The scene right there. You are
what's going on.
okay. We're gonna pause the scene there.
idea.
Garnashine, make him suffer.
That one. Sheen, I don't want to do that one now. I want to go back to Manny.
Save that for later.
Manny, what are you doing?
I mean, he's obviously keeping an eye on
You see as this is what you see as Celine is being confronted by a giant fallen angel.
Mhm.
You don't hear anything going on.
Gotcha. Okay.
You see it.
Mhm.
Similarly, you see Cacophony rush forward and grab onto what you now see for the first time, a picture or a stained glass piece that is hanging on the neck of the Warforged. At the time that she does that, you hear Mr. Witch speak.
Okay.
And he says, well, the key you seek is not too far gone. When peace you find, proclaim hither, tither, and yon.
He's gonna answer back. He's gonna say, I don't think we found the piece yet. I don't know if I should say it yet.
And Mr. Light speaks up, and he says, well, perhaps they are denser than we gave them credit for, huh?
It's very possible.
Yeah, he's no longer
It's more
traveling with
probable.
us.
Yeah.
Find a new party.
Do you have any wisdom for me? I don't know. I can't speak to my friends in their mirrors anyway. Can I?
Mr. Witch speaks up. He says, well, you know what they say about assumptions, you ass.
All right. I still don't have any wisdom for them unless you give it to me.
And Mr. Light responds, well, again, you called me ass. I will show you that later, but not now.
Now I understand. Mm-hmm. Secret carnival
So-
lovers.
Can I enter the mirrors and leave the mirrors? I don't want to leave any of my friends in danger.
Mr. Witch speaks up. I am the eyes in the sky for this carnival. I see and I speak.
That's my role too right now.
I see and I speak. Right, Mr. Light? Oui.
What do you speak? It's a weird conversation. What do you speak? What should I speak? Other than the words.
They don't respond.
Ah!
Don't worry, we clearly have equal problems going.
I'm gonna try to turn this around.
I don't know what your piece is. Good luck with that.
I don't want to come back to it.
Is there anything else you wish to do?
Peace be with you.
This is how this
don't-
one ends. We're all stuck in.
Permanently in mirrors. Yeah. We're stuck in the Witchlight Carnival.
We jump to the end of our character arc development.
Death?
Solutions.
I have no idea.
All right, you keep thinking. Steve.
What?
What?
I know.
You know?
I think I figured it out. But I'm going to let you sit on this a little bit.
They're gonna make you sweat.
Slurp it up, Kale.
You approach the levitating stone,
Oh.
and Knick-Knack's floating visage stops, and his eyes go wide as he sees you. I'm Knick-Knack, and I'm stuck, and you see me, right?
Knick-Knack! Hey, good to see you, my friend.
You know me?
Well, yeah. Last time I saw you were at the portal to the Fae from that old Bunny Rabbit's tower.
You know Greer?
Yeah. Oh, I was with the Purple Goblin.
Vex, how's Vex? Vex
Yeah,
is good. Vex lives.
Fantastic. He's fine.
He's
at peace at the very least.
That's excellent to hear. Yes.
I think.
Knick-Knack is happy about this. Knick-Knack.
Knick-Knack, why are you trapped here? What happened, buddy?
The stone trapped me. I just and I want to get home. And he is, in his hands, he is fuddling with a piece of stained glass.
Yeah. Well, Nacky New, will you just please, can you just...
Knick-Knack has to be quiet. Because the wraiths in the forest can't see me, but they can probably see you, Knick-Knack thinks. And he looks out, and you kind of follow his eyes, and roll perception.
Forest wraiths are the worst type of wraiths.
Eight?
That's a D20?
8.
Oh, it is.
Goodness, for us,
Looks
mark
small.
off all my advantages.
He does.
They throw frozen pine cones.
You see
No!
Ghost of
a
Christmas
form with
future.
its back to you that seems to be going away.
If these are like the angels from Doctor Who, I am not playing this game. I'm leaving. The most terrifying
and then-
monsters ever.
You follow his gaze once more, and there seems to be another one that just kind of
Oh, yeah.
crossing path.
Huh, none of them are looking weird.
Both of them have their backs to you presently.
They're guarding it.
I would like to make an Arcana check around the stone here.
Please do.
What do I feel? What energies are trying to trap Nacky New or me, Nicky Knack? And I have terrible roll, good timing. 15.
15. You sense conjuration magic, which is typically used to try to summon or to channel another being. You also sense abjuration magic. By the way, each one of those types of magic, so conjuration from this stone, abjuration from this stone, and necromancy from the third stone, feeding up and chaining the center, which has an evocation aura.
Knick-Knack, why are you here?
Knick-Knack was exploring with astral projection and
Yeah.
with the device in Greer's tower, which you remember. And then Knick-Knack found this stone, and Knick-Knack had to explore it more. And then Knick-Knack is stuck here and can't leave the forest.
What have you touched thus far?
The stone,
What stone? Which one?
all of them.
Excellent. All 4 of these stones.
Yeah, especially the center one. It's big and glowy, and Knick-Knack likes it. And he continues to
Conjure,
kind of
abjure,
fiddle
necro, and
that
what was the
evocation
last?
in the center.
Evocation.
He continues to fiddle with the stained glass in his hands.
What are you holding, my friend?
Oh, Knick-Knack is holding his stone.
Your stone.
You recall Knick-Knack had an object that he never actually revealed to the party, but that he said is what gained him renowned and is what he knew the motes of creation by.
Okay. Why are you fiddling with it? Is it telling you something?
It just makes me feel safer. Knick-Knack feels safer when he holds it.
Knick-Knack.
And those scary wraiths haven't come near.
Knick-Knack. Sometimes we get so focused on our obsessions that we don't see that which is right around us. So forget about that necklace real quick. What have you observed around this floating rock scenario that I just dropped into accidentally, by the way? I didn't want to be here, Knick-Knack. But I'm here now, and I want to help you.
Knick-Knack is very thankful for help. It is strange that you're here in Lemania. I think Lemania. It's difficult because of the overlapping
areas and ways. Maybe Thalanis. Maybe the Feywild.
Okay.
Anyway, there's this forest Knick-Knack thinks is a forest of the dead.
Dead. Okay. Do I feel compelled in any way, or trapped, abjured in this way, in any way?
You do not.
Is there a large tree visible to me?
There are several.
I would go to the biggest tree there is.
How do you go stealthily?
No, I do not. I walk normally, like I'm approaching a new acquaintance.
Okay. One of the wraiths begins to turn. As you approach, you may continue.
I talk to the tree.
What do you say?
I say, hey buddy, listen, I really don't want to waste too much time here. If you could just, if you've got the ability, to spread the message through the roots. I really am just trying to get through this illusion maze here with the mirrors up top. I'm sure you feel the connection in some sort of way. But Knick-Knack's my friend, kind of, and he doesn't belong here. I really would like to sort of remove ourselves from the situation. Can you help in any way? I'm trying to appeal to the forest.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check.
So you're just talking to a tree.
Did you roll 1?
Do you have any advantages?
Yes, but I believe in the calling it before you roll it.
Okay.
Well, that stinks.
With a 1,
It does.
as you speak, the snow on the branches falls off and covers you.
At least he heard me.
As the wraith turns around and looks at the form which is now covered in snow. Roll a... What's your...
When it falls on me, I crouch down like I'm actually buried in.
Roll a stealth check.
Really bad rolls right now. 12.
He rolled an 11. As he begins the figure begins to come forward, you see through the little hole that you poke in the snow that this is in fact what looks to be a wraith that has skeletal hands, except instead of a face that is decrepit flesh, pale flesh, it looks to be a very old bronze mask with verdigris and kind of a very strong decomposition to it, rust, kind of a and it just is kind of slowly hovering its way towards you, and you don't really see what the other one is doing, nor what Knick-Knack is doing.
Yeah.
We're gonna pause there,
Okay.
and we're gonna move to Ray.
I think this is going to be super exciting. Let's see.
It's dead. You just
Dragon's
going to
come to life.
What do you do, Ray, as you see the dead form of the ice dragon that you previously encountered?
I didn't remember mine either. Just kind of roll with it.
You previously encountered this when you went into Hecate's Fathom and ripped the motive water out of its forehead
Oh, cool. I do remember that.
and added it to your own.
Yeah.
After which time, its eyes rolled up in its head and it fell, and then the presence that was possessing it left
Pleased us.
and continued to attack you.
That's right.
Which we now know.
Apparently, that's when
specifically-
we killed Six and
But that was.
Sheriff.
We now know that was the second son.
Right.
That
Yes.
missed.
The second
Yes.
Didn't
I
I
mean-
try to heal that thing?
The what?
Does it?
Didn't I
Second
try to
son.
heal that thing in the account?
S-O-N?
I don't
Sure
believe
did.
so because you guys
Oh,
just
that was
got
the one that
sucked
chased
through
us.
the.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure I did. I tried to barter with it. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Do I see any breath rising from it?
You do
Nope.
not.
Okay. How slippery is the floor?
It is made of ice.
So Ray
So
will
how slippery?
cast water walking on herself and the owl
Okay.
there, and we're gonna sneak. She's gonna kind of like ice skate to whatever it's clutching.
Fun little dimensional challenge here.
I need
I'm gonna
need
tell
you.
him to flank the other side.
Okay. I need you to roll a stealth check.
A natural 20.
Okay. And now for Winky.
Crit.
Oh, snap.
You guys.
Super
You
sneaky.
guys are
I
one.
like this.
You are one with the ice.
He's like following me in the ice skating.
As you look, you see that the dragon has all the wounds that you had previously given it with your hammer, with the spells that were cast upon it. Its flesh is ripped and torn. It is not bleeding per se, but it looks like it has been preserved in that state since it is in a tomb of ice, which almost kind of has a refrigeration effect on it. Plus, it also is a ice dragon. Its wings in several places are shattered and broken. There is a large gaping hole in its forehead where the ice moat was there.
I did that, Winky.
And clutching in its hands, you see a piece of stained glass.
Ray's gonna try to extract it from his hands.
Good question.
Okay. As you reach up, the hands are
It wasn't around his neck.
very stiffly
Can
holding,
Winky
as
kinda
if it's
hold-
rigor mortis, so to speak.
Winky will try to like help open the hands so Ray can grab them.
Okay. So you kind of
Pry.
each grab an arm. I need you each to roll an athletics check.
Athletics? Okay.
Hmm?
Alright. Ray is unnatural 20.
Wow.
Ooh, that sucks. Winky's
18.
he's a crit fail plus 5.
So Winky grabs on and holds tight, and as you begin to pull, his feet slip out from under him as he is not expecting the strength that you have, as it kind of almost jerks him forward, and he doesn't obviously give any counter pull as you pull the hand, and as you do so, the arm kind of is yanked to the side, and the dragon's head, which is laying there, bolts up, and its eyes open, and the eyes are just turned up in its head as a
Oh boy.
zombie ice dragon
Oh yeah.
releases an ice blast into both of you.
Oh no.
I need both of you to roll a Constitution save.
Both of us?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, one's a crit. I'll take the crit. I mean, just saying. So, 31 for Ray.
I like
Okay.
leaving my dog with you.
And then
Yeah, I like that.
Winky,
Take Winky out, please.
He was a 16.
It's still pretty good.
17, 18, 19. 19 for Winky.
Okay, Winky passes. You both pass. So you both take 30 points of cold damage,
Oh gosh, that's painful.
and you are resistant to
I am
cold
resistant.
damage, so you only take 15 points of cold damage.
Your kneecaps freeze.
And the dragon kind of pulls its arm from you and does not fly, but kind of
What?
stands up as you are going to have to face off against a zombie ice dragon.
This
How
can't
much
be
health
real.
does Winky have?
Winky,
He was full.
Yeah, he was full. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I
Okay.
have to give you the stat sheet for him.
Because I just have like a generic arrow
Yep.
hold up.
Hashin,
Mm-hmm.
you are on the crest of the roof as there is a patrol
You can do it.
of ice drow all around you
Got this, Jake.
of the Court of Winter. I'm going to give you a little visual here of what you see.
Good luck, buddy.
Yo!
Holy smokes.
That
They're
is
just laying there?
It's a party, dude.
He threw that on with force.
They aren't even guarding it. They're all playing like euchre and pinochle
Spades.
with each other. Yeah.
I like that one that's clearly in the Batman. Like,
Well, those two are actually in the center.
oh, great.
I like that they
Um,
haven't searched the major building.
What building could it be?
Where could they be hiding?
We checked every outhouse and shed.
Roll perception.
You got it.
Roll as low as you can, please.
Can you use an advantage?
I see you go to the cacophony school. Advantages.
Yeah.
Perception?
Yeah.
22.
22. You don't see anything different. However, you rolled high enough to now roll an Arcana check.
Sweet. I don't think I do with this one.
You do. Believe.
5.
5.
Oh,
It's so funny how
That's
the
accurate.
massive dice look normal.
You don't know what, but you sense that your position
Uh-oh.
and where you are
great spot.
is behind some sort of illusory curtain.
Nice. You've been hidden, brah.
And because you rolled high enough in your stealth, it did not break the illusion. And you can now try to proceed however you will.
Is there a chimney?
There is no chimney.
Darn, can't Santa
Santa.
Claus it.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
This
In
isn't.
our
This
Christmas
is a.
episode?
This is a medieval fantasy world. Just start taking off shingles, bro. You're gonna find a hole in this.
So I would like to try to shimmy down the side, maybe, of the
Shimmy in a shade.
what am I? The roof.
Looks like there's some trees.
There is a, from what you recall from the perspective on the
Is
picture,
there a window?
there is no window, but there is a door that is right behind where the elf is giving search to a kind of a shed type house right outside of the entryway of this house.
Okay. So I brought those rocks with me.
You did?
We have a new apartment.
You're gonna throw them? Where?
So I'm going to try to get into a position where I can try to distract this gentleman off his post so that I can try to sneak into the door.
Okay. So you're trying to throw a rock.
But first I would try to get onto the level with which I would be able to enter the door.
That's
Is it
the
ground level?
Ground level.
Yeah,
You don't know.
Yeah.
You rolled too low to know the extent and shape of the illusory effect.
Fair. So,
So you can tell me where you're going, and I will tell you what happens.
As is the normal mode of D&D.
would you consider throwing a pebble to make sound in an opposite direction an attack?
I mean, I'll have you roll to see
Got it.
if you successfully land the rock, which is not a pebble. It is a rock.
But like, it's not like a boulder.
Name 5
like,
types of stones.
I'm thinking like this sized rock.
Which is, I would not describe that as a
It's
pebble.
like I think that's the description of a pebble, but okay.
Semantics.
This is pebble.
Hold that dice up to the
Right here, this
camera.
is pebble.
No, that's not what you were just holding.
This is what I was holding.
That's
Prove
not-
me wrong.
That's a boulder.
It's not a rock.
I was. What is this? D4? What it like?
That is not what you were holding.
Yeah, it's fine. So, first, what I'd like to do in the veil is I would like to see if this gentleman is susceptible to this. So I'm going to take a rock, and I'm going to throw it over to that tree that on the screen is like north of him.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a dexterity. Use your dexterity modifier plus your proficiency as you seek to accurately place the rock.
27.
Nice.
You
Sandy
throw it
Koufax out there.
with a well-trained
Show how it's
arm. You used to play catch with your dad.
No, I didn't. Didn't know him. Well, this is the ruse we would run on
In your mind's
shopkeepers
eye.
to get them to look one way and snatch a purse.
There you go. That's even better. And you hit the tree. All the snow falls off of the tree. And several of them immediately turn towards the tree and walk towards it.
I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. That has a verbal component.
Does it?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I'm gonna look. It's a touch spell.
Right. So you touch yourself.
Usually he does.
Components are verbal, somatic, and material.
Mm-hmm. Please roll stealth to
Got it.
stealthily cast your verbal component.
I got this.
Oh, I wish I could do my source.
Let me roll my pebble here.
I could give him settle.
30.
You roll my
Okay.
dice.
I say it like under my breath.
Several of the
Jake,
What?
just keep an eye on the board.
Yep.
several of the
Nope, ignore the board.
drow have turned and are looking at the tree. Several have
Ooh.
walked over and walked closer,
Nice.
and you are invisible.
'Kay.
And no one seems to be looking in your direction as you have rather silently cast your invisibility spell. Yep.
I would. Okay. Okay. Can I undo something real quick?
Undo the rock.
Depends.
Your
What
belt?
are you trying to do?
Jeez.
So-
Weirdo.
I want to do one thing before I cast invisibility.
What is it?
I'm going to hold on a second. I am, yes. So, 90 feet from me, I'm going to conjure my fire elemental
There you go.
in the opposite corner.
And everybody's gonna run and warm their hands.
So there's a bunch of spring elves here. I don't have
Drop it
that
on them.
So,
depicted.
not there then.
I'm gonna put out.
Just
Spring
put some
elves.
dice.
Yep.
I
Oh.
obviously cast Radiant. Sickness.
Obvious.
Yeah. I do cast it there, and I immediately drop concentration.
Oh, I thought you were
So
going to say trout.
you're again using a verbal component to conjure because you speak the command word.
I think it's almost has to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're doing this first
I'm
before
thinking.
you do invisibility.
I'm thinking. Wait. I'm thinking. Nah, screw it.
Okay.
Now that you put those guys out there, I don't like the ramifications or repercussions of what I'm about to do.
Okay. So please.
So back to invisibility.
So we're putting the
We are?
fire elemental.
And I'm going to try to quietly scale down the side of this building
Okay.
invisibly.
Yep.
And get in through that door.
Right. Please roll stealth with advantage because of your invisibility.
Crit.
There you go.
Awesome. You scale down.
Good job, Jake.
And you are very careful to stay far away from this elf
Yep.
who's slowly walking, and as he's walking past, you're kind of coming down, and you get in front of the door, and you go to open it, and it's locked. Manny,
Wow, wow.
you see all of these things.
He's gonna just say to the room, if you can grab your piece of the window, the stained glass window, do so, and I will call you back here.
Okay.
Huh?
You're speaking that where?
Well,
where are you standing?
In the middle of all of the mirrors, if you can. If you can't, he'll go to each individually.
Okay. So you guys hear nothing until you go directly in front of an image, and you repeat that.
So you go to each one.
And you all hear. Repeat it once more.
If you can get the piece of the stained glass window in your hand, I will call you back. That also implies that I can call back one at a time. Is that correct?
That is what that implies.
It is what you said.
Listen, I'm holding on.
Don't worry, I'm gonna be like,
yeah.
I
Get me outta
technically
here.
have it in my
Nothing
hands,
happens.
although.
Or I'll be yelling at myself. It's one or the other.
Does she actually have it in her hands?
She is holding it in her
I'm
hands.
holding
Yeah,
it. I'm
she's
not the
fighting
only
over it.
one.
Bring him back. We can prove it with more people.
I hope that
Or
works.
kill him.
I will go to her window and say, Hither, thither, and yon.
Okay.
I didn't say it in my accent, though.
Say it in your accent.
Hither, thither, and yon.
And at that, we're going to pick things up next week.
Okay.
I hope it only took
Otherwise,
you back.
I was gonna try and
Defeat him.
work it into conversation somehow.
Oh, this is such
I
a
really
nice piece
like
of stained
it.
glass. I'd like it. I know it's the last remaining thing of your friend, but I want it.
And it's not even stained
can I
glass.
appraise its value for you? It's high.
Well, I hope that this vignetted session, I know it was a little bit all over, but I hope that
I'm afraid.
you
All
are
over favor.
interested to see how it plays out next week, as each of them seek to return the peace and to move forward. Thank you so much for joining us and sticking around, and we wish you all again a very Merry Christmas, and we hope to see you next Tuesday night, the day after Christmas, when most of us will be here. Manny, we will miss you, but we think everyone else will be here. Maybe, hopefully, and each of you will be able to play out your vignettes. We'll see if you all survive. There are death wards on 2 of you,
You got one?
which is useful, and yeah, we'll pick things up from here. So we hope to see you next Tuesday night, when we'll continue to loot, die, and repeat. Have a great night, everyone. Cheers.
At least I am not gonna be waiting a week to find out